mental. If you had told me or described it, I wouldn't have believed you. To our listeners, the Titans ran out first to booze. They then have the opportunity to hear the Warriors run out. It was like they were tearing the seats out of the stadium. It was Mount Smart like, and I was there 3 months ago at Mount Smart. I know how fanatical they are. It's amazing. This is a Warriors crowd.
There's no doubt about it. There's a lot of Kiwis on the Gold Coast. A lot of them are here to watch their Wars as they try to win to go back ahead of the Sharks on the ladder. Interestingly enough, Titans 1-17. Brian Kelly coming back in alongside Jojo Fafita and Cleese Haas with Jamin Dolph out with a knee injury. Tony Francis has been omitted and Jacob Arlick. He actually had a serious injury this week when he was at training. Ran into advertising hoarding, split open his face and also his leg. So he spent a couple of nights in hospital. So he was unavailable for selection. The 18th man for the Titans from the team that was picked on Tuesday night is going to be Tony Francis, who did play last week. For the Warriors, big ins. Kurt Capel, Tamari Martin and Rocco Berry. Rocco's playing his 90th NRL match. And Billy, because of that, the Warriors have gone back to their normal back line with Chance Nickel Gluckstar going back to fullback, DWZ and also RTS on the wings, and then Pompy and Berry in the centres. And then apart from Luke Metcalf being there, it's almost their first string back line, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Without a doubt. That's their power base, their back five. I've been talking about how important it is to have a good back five, and the Warriors have had it for a couple of years. Those 5 players, they usually carry for well over 100 metres each, sometimes 200, and that makes the job so much easier for your forward pack. You don't have to run back as far because the ball off the kick comes back towards you. It's a crucial game here for the Warriors. Win this, they're back in the 4. They've guaranteed a top 8 spot, and they'll keep charging to hopefully get 2 semis or 2 bites to the cherry come finals time. For the Titans, Zano, it's their chance to cling with the opportunity of maybe not getting the wooden spoon, which I think is so important for Desi. Has a survival chance at the club. There's rumours he's going, he's staying, who knows what, but if he can finish with a couple of big scalps the last couple of weeks of season 2025, gives him a big chance to be around next year.
Only change for the Warriors was Dimitri Vaimongu goes back onto the bench and Tanner Stowers-Smith goes into the starting lineup with that familiar headband. And look, I know he's had to endure a lot of wet matches at this ground, and particularly at Lang Park. I mean, I've only done 2 games this year where it's been dry. 18 degrees, perfect overhead. I reckon Travis Main from the Courier Mail's very excited about being on the sideline tonight. How are you, Trav?
Oh, it's absolutely glorious down here today, Zano. Now, I froze myself off against that Penrith game a few weeks ago. It's much nicer here. We talk about that crowd. Well, it doesn't surprise me that there's more Wars fans here, because the Titans were actually offering their members the opportunity to sell their tickets back to the club this week so they could on-sell them. Ridiculous scenes. And, you know, the Warriors, it's West Auckland here on the Gold Coast. They've responded and they've packed this place out.
Of course, the new academy's been set up at Logan Brothers, and yesterday there's 5,000 Wars fans there just to watch the Warriors do their captain's run, Billy. It's remarkable what they're doing here in this part of the world.
Very good operational move there by the Warriors. They're feasting on both sides of the Tasman, and here they come. Our listeners, just hear this cheer for the home. This is the away side, sorry.
And look at the flags. They're being flown everywhere, including on that eastern stand. The Preston Campbell stand's got more Wires fans than Titans fans, that's for sure. Wearing their white strip, white shorts, white socks, they run out. James Fisher-Harris leads them out. This is their side foot tonight. Chance Nickel Gluckstar goes back to fullback. On the wings, it's Dallin Watanabe-Lesniak and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Adam Pompey and Rocco Berry playing his 50th match in the centres. The halves are Chanel Harris-Tavita and Tanner Boyd, who's played 69 games for the team he's playing against tonight. James Fisher-Harris and, of course, Tanner Stowers-Smith up forward with Wade Egan, the hooker. The second row, Kurt Capel, who's back from concussion, alongside Aramia Halisa and Aaron Clark. On the bench, it's Martin, Aramia Tuava, Vaimongu and also Halisa, and their 18th man is Sam Healy. And yes, that's the Gold Coast Titans running out, and yes, this is definitely New Zealand Warriors home game. The Titans side, AJ Brimson, Jalen de Groot, Brian Kelly, who's back from his problems with concussion, Jojo Fafita, Philip Sami, who's scored 2 tries in that round 21 win. The Titans beat the New Zealand Warriors. Jaden Campbell is the halfback alongside Kieran Foran. Mo Fodawaker and Rick Campbell-Gillard up front. Sam Beryl's the hooker. Chris Randall, both for more the second row. Tino Fa'asuamaleaui is the locker captain. Keanu Kinney, Cleese Haas, Isaac Fa'asuamaleaui and Josh Paxton on the bench. Let's get ready for your second game of Super Saturday. And it's James Fisher-Harris who runs up and gets absolutely smashed by Tino Fa'asuamaleaui, and he drops the ball. And all the Titans run in and celebrate with their skipper. The two captains came head to head, and there's no doubt about it. Tino Fa'asuamaleaui came the better off there, Billy Moore.
Oh, without a doubt, last week he made a couple of errors. The captain of the Warriors, and you just see Fisher-Harris. He's not happy about the decision. He probably wasn't happy about the fact that he was smashed by his rival captain. Yeah, that's definitely a knock on. So good call there by the referee. Great opportunity for the Titans to get on the front foot and neutralise this crowd as quickly as the game has started.
The scrum to be packed in front of the black dot, 10 metres out. Titans running from the northern end to the southern end. Pass comes from the back of the scrum to AJ Brimson, and he will be stopped 10 metres out. The referee for today is Jared Cole, and the bunker is Grant Atkins. Regan Campbell-Gillard takes a settler in front of the left upright at the southern end. Titans in their blue strip with white shorts. Out goes Ferrells to Foran. He gives his pass away to Campbell, who gets hit hard there. Good tackle by Aaron Clark playing against his former side. Tino Fa'asuamaleaui, he charges straight into the middle, and he's met there by Charles Nickel-Klugstar, who now retreats back onto the goal line. In front of the black dot, Verrills goes to the western side, kicks into the in goal. Fifita was there, but he couldn't put the ball down. It's been forced behind the line. Lucky that Charles Nickel-Klugstar was there, because Fifita, he just couldn't quite get his hands out and touch it, Billy. We've been going a minute and a half. The Titans should have had their first 4-pointer. He just couldn't get his hand on the ball.
Cruel bounce, stop the try, you're right. Beautiful kick by Campbell. Fifita was there, he was first, but just skipped away from him and allowed the fullback from the Warriors to neutralise the situation.
Hannah Boyd goes with the short restart, and it's taken by Fifita in the air. 12 metres out from the line, 5 into the western touchline. Titans back towards the middle with Chris Randall wearing the 11 tonight. He's going to be stopped 10 metres out, just to the left of the uprights. Slow play the ball. Ferrells across the face of goal. Gives it away now for Fodawaker. He runs into the middle, and he's going to be stopped there by Stower Smith, and also there to make the tackle was Wade Egan. Short pass comes from Ferrells to Regan Campbell-Gillard, who was stopped 2 metres out from the line. They're ruling that they were offside, the Warriors.
Actually, it might be a high shot, Zano. So
Here Cora, Cora comes up with that high shot on Campbell-Gillard. Oh, it wasn't that high. It was around his chest area, but just claiming the bottom of his chin. 50-50 that one. Fa'asuamaleaui stopped 2 metres out from the line, just to the left of the uprights. Verrills, long pass to Foran, long pass to Campbell. He's asking for Randall to come back on his inside. He dummies, eventually taken by Fisher-Harris. And also there was Egan. Gets up and plays the ball just in front of the post. Away now for Fodawaker. They've had all the ball at this end now, the Gold Coast Titans. It's still 0-0. We've been going 3.5 minutes. And a restart as well. Verrills, short pass away to Tino! And Tino's over to score! The Gold Coast skipper has come out, fired up, put a big hit on his rival skipper. He goes in to score the first try for Big Tino. That's his third of the season, the 24th of his career. The intention is there. Tino thinks his side can win, and he wants to lead his side to victory. Early on, Billy, he's got all the dominance. It's 4 points to 0. The Titans lead the Warriors. We've been going almost 4 minutes.
Well, Tino Fa'asuamaleaui started this with a big tackle on James Fisher-Harris. Got the ball back 10 metres out, and then the Titans were camped down here for the next 4 minutes. Then eventually on the third set of 6, Tino crash play, one off the ruck, was just too big, too strong, blew through some feeble Warriors defence, almost untouched Travis Main. What terrible defence by the Warriors, and the Titans finally got result for field position.
There's no better way to lead than with your actions. Tino's come out, made a statement. The shot on Fisher-Harris, the first try. A lot of talk about his future. He's going to go to free agency. That shows he's committed here right now.
Campbell comes in and strikes it. He's got 1 from 1 tonight. He's got 52 from 67 so far this season. And of course, we remember last year, 66-6. He scored 26 points that night, Jaden Campbell. So the Warriors want to do better than that. I mentioned they've won 4 of their last 5 at this ground, the Titans, against the Warriors. Not the start that New Zealand would have wanted. On ABC Sport, Zane Bojack, Billy Moore and Travis Main, it's 6 points to nil. The Titans leading the Warriors after 4.5 minutes.
It was only a month ago the Titans beat the Warriors in New Zealand 24-16, so they got good form against the Warriors.
And we talk about matchups. Jalen de Groot takes this kick off, gives it to Mofo to wake up. Capel comes to make the tackle along with Stowers-Smith. Next to the uprights, 10 metres out, Regan Campbell-Gillard. He takes a settler, trying to get a quick play of the ball, but Wade Egan does his best to hold him down. Pass out to Foran, gives it on there to Famore, who was on the opposite side, and there's a knock on. Comes back off Famore into the hands of Verrills, and both of them been unable to hang on to that one. So the Warriors will now get an opportunity to reply, Billy. It's 6 points to nil. We've been going 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, the first time they've got down the other end of the park, the beneficiaries hold their own of kicking off, and they get a mistake from the Titans. The Achilles heel probably of the Titans the whole of 2025 is the inability to withstand pressure. They come up with a mistake, now hands the opportunity, centre field scrum, 22 out, can the Titans hold out the Warriors?
Egan passes to RTS, Tuivasa-Sheck, trying to get up and play it quickly. Just to the left of the uprights, he gets another 6 again because they were slow to get off the Titans. Clark turns it back inside to Stowers-Smith. He's going to be stopped in front of the black dot, 10 metres out. This crowd getting behind the Wars to Clark. Short pass away to Fisher-Harris. He's trying to get a try just like Big Tino, this time at the northern end. Play to the right of the upright. Short pass away to Niokore. He reaches out to the score. I think he's got it on the line, Billy.
Try.
Ryan Niokore goes in to score. We've only been going for 6.5 minutes already. There's been 2 tries scored. 4th try of the season for Niokore, 18th of his career. It's 6 points to 4. The Gold Coast leading the Warriors with a kick to come.
Carbon copy of the Tino try. This time the other end of the ground. Niokore, crash play off the dummy half. Wade Egan passed the ball to the right edge back rower. He crashed into the line. He hits the ground, but the arm carrying the ball doesn't come in contact with the grass, reaches out, slams it over. What a great response. And that is, and I'll say it again, the Achilles heel of the Titans, inability to resist pressure, no resilience. They're the worst defenders in the competition, and we just saw why.
What do you reckon, Trav?
Well, they've got the worst red zone defence in the NRL, the Titans. They concede a try every 9 tackles. They only lasted about 3 there. Niokore got the go-go gadget arm out, reached out, just got there. Geez, how many points are we going to see here tonight, boys?
Wow.
If the crowd have anything to do with it, a lot.
There's a texter saying, is there a good crowd today? Yes, there is. And they're all going for New Zealand. Wires need a big game from JFH today. Hasn't been his best, and discipline has been poor. So that's from Nick, 0467 90 222. Tanner Boyd, so far this year's kicked 15 of 20, 75%. He's 12 in from the eastern touchline. Comes in and strikes it. The flag go up. He's got 1 for 1. It's 6 points all here on ABC Sport. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday night footy. Zane Bojack alongside Queensland legend Billy Moore, and of course Travis Main from the Courier Mail. Of course, later on tonight we've got a big game where the Roosters are taking on the Parramatta. There's a little bit of pressure off the Roosters with the Dolphins losing today.
Well, that's their chance, I think, to seal a top 8 spot, and no one wants to play the Roosters come the semi-final time. Right now they're on fire.
Around the grounds in the NRLW, it's the Roosters 12 leading the Eels 6 in the first half. In the Queensland Cup, the Falcons 30 leading the Jets 12. We heard that Will Warbrick had scored for the Falcons. In fact, that's a full-time score as the Warriors run it out. Big James Fisher-Harris gets stopped on the 20-metre line. In the AFLW, it's the Brisbane Lions 25 leading Fremantle 6. And in the AFL, it's Geelong 78 leading Richmond 14. That locks in Geelong for a top 2 spot on the AFL ladder. Of course, the Warriors want to win today, so they get back in the top 4. Slow play the ball for Niokore. Through the middle goes Chance Nichols to Luke Star. He's going to be stopped about 12 short of halfway. Warriors still with another 4 tackles left in the set. Egan goes for a gallop. He's going to be stopped 8 metres short of halfway. Warriors fans cheering for their side. Nick is slow to get up. And now Jared Cole, the referee, is going to rule timeout. Has his two hands in the air. Trainer attending to Wade Egan. Tino's not happy. He's just saying, hurry up and play the ball. Only his second first grade game, Jared Cole, of course, refereed up in Townsville last week. Cowboys against the Knights. Has refereed the Queensland Cup final in 22 and 24 as a physiotherapist by trade, not in the NRL full-time squad. Chanel number 6 kicks it downfield, taken by the group on the 10-metre line. Kirk Capel takes him, and Billy, it's 6-all. We've been going 9 minutes here at Robina.
Yeah, let's see this game get into some arm wrestling because it's just been attack-a-thon at the moment, lack of defence. Right now, the Warriors need to steal up their defence and make the Titans get from deep in their half.
Up to the 30-metre line. 15 in from the Western touchline, played by Randall, away to Grimson, coming in from the fullback position, can only make about 6 or 7 metres. Quick play of the ball and now allows Tino to get up towards halfway. He gets tackled by Stower Smith, and also there to make the tackle was James Fisher-Harris. A high bomb now by Campbell. It's a wobbly ball which is taken by Donald Wakanese-Lesniak, who looks for some space on that eastern side. He had Rocco Berry on his right. He chose to take the tackle. And a good position here for the Warriors, Billy. They're only 12 metres short of halfway as they go for their second run of this set of 6.
Yeah, they're on the front foot here, you're right, Zane. 40 off their own line. So they're making some yards down the centre of the park. Good carry by the winger, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
And gets absolutely dumped as well by both Randall and Campbell-Gillard. Here's Fisher-Harris. He pushes Barrels away, looking for a quick play of the ball. Tino's slow to get up as well. I don't know whether he's injured. Egan spots it and he goes for a charge. Cole has his arm in the air. It's going to be the last tackle. They're 32 metres out from the Titans line. A kick by former Titan in Tanner Boyd. Going up to the group, takes it on his 10-metre line, and there to greeting was Kirk Capel, and also there to greeting was Adam Pompey. 6-all here at, well, we're calling it not the Robina roller coaster, we're calling it Robina Rua. Is that what we're calling it, Billy?
Yeah. Well, without a doubt, the crowd's probably 70-30 for the Wars. But right now, you can see field position's gone the way of the Warriors, and and as soon as you say that, Travis Mayne, the worst thing happens, they give them a piggyback which saves the Titans because they're on the back foot, just then the boys from the Gold Coast.
There's actually a really good physicality about this game. You can feel the hits. Fisher-Harris and Tino, two alphas, they're going at each other tonight. They've got each other's numbers, and I think Tino's got the upper hand so far. But it's a good intensity about it. You just want to see who's going to crack first here.
How good's the footy been in round 25? It's been exceptional. Of course, those 2 games last night. Not quite so good at Brookie, but a great celebration for Daly Cherry Evans and his 350th with that 58-30 win. And now a cracker here on the Robina Rua ground as Jaden Campbell goes to ground. 2 metres into attacking territory. Quick play of the ball. Verrills gives it away to Mo Fodawaker. He gets tackled by Verrills. He tried, should say, tackled by Egan. Trying to get his pass away to the hands of the Warriors. And then Nico Kluster, he tries to make a break and gets pushed back to the 40-metre line.
Poor offload by Fodawaker's handed the ball back to the Warriors.
And now Chanel Harris-Tavita out of dummy half. He's going to be stopped 2 metres into attacking territory. As Cole says, we'll have a ruck infringement and a restart. Tuivasa-Sheck charges through the middle. It's still going, Billy. 12 metres, maybe even 18 metres in that run. Stopped on the 30-metre line. There's still 5 more tackles left in the set. Niokore, the try scorer, is going to be stopped. 20 in from that eastern touch line, 22 out from the Titans line. Back towards the post, pass to Aaron Clark. He goes at the back to Boyd. He gives his pass away to Harris-Tavita, who finds Pompy. Pompey's going to be stopped. 11 metres out, 5 in from the western touch line. Tuivasa-Sheck, slow play of the ball, gives it back now to Harris-Tavita. Here's Clark. He'd love to get a win against his former team. Hasn't got one yet. Round 21, they were beaten by the Titans over in Auckland. Boyd back inside now for Niokore. He's trying to get try number 2. It's the last. Just to the right of the uprights. Out 8 metres out. Back to Boyd. Boyd puts a little stab kick up into the in goal. It's knocked back by Fafita. And then eventually Jalen de Groot knocks it over the dead ball line. Dangerous kick. Pompey was there to take it. In the end, it's going to be a A drop out from underneath the post.
That was a great kick by Tenor Boyd, as you said. Perfectly weighted, made a contest in the field of play. 1 metre inside the field of play, so it was a live ball. And unfortunately for the Titans, they came up with a knock-on. They're protesting, they believe it deserved a challenge. They should have challenged it, but they haven't done that.
Have a look at it here.
Now the hand's gone up.
Yeah, I thought...
So the bunkers made that ruling. They didn't have to go to captain's challenge. The bunkers ruled it's come off out of Pompy.
Yeah, that's correct too. That's why I thought it unfolded. So good outcome for the Gold Coast boys.
Yeah, they're only getting a 10-metre tap here though, so it's not the best.
0467 920 222 if you'd like to get in touch. We've got Reese and Cogra saying tuning in via the ABC Listen app, hoping the Wires can make it back into the top 4. Well, they've started well. Jody and Mackay says love listening to Zano, Billy and Travis. Hope you're enjoying it on the sideline. I think he's riding every tackle, Jodes. He's loving it. I think he's also loving the fact there's no rain up in the sky as a pass comes from Beryl's out now to Fasua Awi, and it was knocked out of his hands, taken by Brimson. He tried to get a pass away to Campbell Gillard. They work it out onto the left-hand side, and it's knocked on out there by Famore. They actually had 2-on-1 there, and unfortunately, with both Kelly and also Sami on the outside, he just couldn't get his pass away, and an opportunity's gone begging. It's still 6-all here, Billy. We've been going 15 minutes.
The ball gets stripped out of the hands of Tino by Stower Smith. It gets back in the hands then of the Titans, who play on, and then they knock it on. They're saying, Trav, hey, we should have got the ball back, but they've said, I think there's enough of a time given that the advantage went the other way.
There wasn't much of an advantage there. I think they're a bit stiff there, but it's a little bit frenetic this game. Both teams have just got to calm down a little bit. There's plenty of time to go.
It's funny, Gaz from Liverpool says, I hope the Titans haven't blown themselves early. They might get hammered by the Wires. Well, you would look on the ladder and you'd think that, but Kate Ball takes it 38 metres out from the Titans line, about 10 in from the Western touchline. Here's the big fish. 4-time premiership winner with the Panthers. Down on his metres this year, actually. 106 metres compared to 128 last season with the Penny Panthers. Stower Smith, good stepping run. Pushed past 2 players. He's pulled down 20 metres out in front of the black dot. Away to Boyd. Boyd tries to turn it back inside and then gets absolutely hammered. He'll feel that one tomorrow. It was both Verrills and also Tino that were involved in that tackle. Harris DeVita kicks into the in goal and taken by Fafita like he was an AFL player, and he's knocked on, Billy, as his head hit the ground. Is he in trouble? Is he concussed? No, he's going to get up, but the ball bobbled out of his hands, and it's going to be possession for the Warriors, 10 metres out.
Great take by the right centre, comes down and, geez, a bit unlike, I can't, it looks like the ball bobbles, but I think he cradles it. Yeah, he's been unlucky there, Trav.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. It was a great take in the air. He's been a real find this year, Jojo Fafita, one of the rare shining lights. So he's a little bit unlucky there. He really attacked that, but they're under the Pompy of the Titans.
Back towards the western side, Pompey has the ball in hand. 2 tries last week against the Dragons, and they 14-10 win. And 6 more from the hands of Cole. And away now for Tuivasa-Sheck. Beautiful hands on the inside from Harris DeVita. The Warriors are going in for their second try of the afternoon. Scored in the northwest corner. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, the 2018 Dally M medalist. He scores his 73rd try, 10th of the season, and RTS puts the Warriors out to a 10 points to 6 lead. We've been going 17 minutes here at Rabina, Billy.
Well, I'm still Travis Main's thunder. He talked about the worst defence inside the 20 metres is the Titans. Their resilience is normally 9 tackles. Well, there's one, the last try came on tackle 3, that came on tackle 2. And the inability to count heads and slide meant that the Warriors quickly stripped them of numbers, went down the left-hand side, the western side of the ground. And it was a beautiful finish by Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Great work by the Warriors. In full flight, there's no prettier side, and they can strip a team of numbers really quickly. Great work by the boys from Auckland.
They were using that play back in your day, Billy, the old wraparound with CHT.
Yeah, you're right. It's an old chestnut. It works. If you don't communicate defensively on the inside, you very quickly get yourself in trouble.
So 10 points to 6. And Tanner Boyd from almost in the junction of the sideline and the 20-metre line, probably about 23 metres out, I would say. Not far away from Travis Main. You're backing him in, Trav?
Oh, yeah, I reckon he's got this one. He's about a foot off the paint, though. It's very, very close.
He knows this ground, and he knows how to kick at this ground as well. 10 points to 6. Been going 18 minutes. Comes in and strikes it, and he knows this ground all right. It's over the black dot. Flags go up. He's got 2 from 2, Tanner Boyd. He'd love nothing more than to beat the team that punted him last year. It's 12-6, the Warriors leading the Gold Coast. We've got 22 minutes left in this first half. The lovely Dion has texted us, Billy. Hello, Zane, Billy and Travis. Happy Saturday. It's great to hear your voices again. You're all amazing commentators. Have a great weekend. Well, Dion, hearing from you definitely makes us feel great about ourselves. There's 12 all in the NRLW. First half, Eels and Roosters. In the AFLW, it is the Lions 37, leading Fremantle 13. That's in the second quarter. And in the AFL, it's Geelong 80, smashing Richmond 15. That's in the third quarter of that contest.
This next 10 minutes, Zano, is so important for the Titans to stabilise and make sure they don't leak any more points quickly, because the Warriors can score at a huge rate.
Cora plays in the centre of the field, gives it away now for Aaron Clark. Out the back it goes to Pompy, and Pompy's going to be stopped 15 short of halfway, 10 in from the western touchline. They've still got another 3 tackles left as Capel, he takes a settle in the middle of the field. Verrills gets off in quickly, allows to play the ball, and Egan says, okay, quick play the ball, I'm going to go for a scoot, and then gives a lovely little short pass off his right hip to Stower Smith. Love those headbands with the ball's head. Quentin Hull be impressed with that. As the kick comes now from Boyd, it's an end-over-end kick going down towards Sami. Sami goes up and drops it. It's dropped by Brimson, and now the Titans are under pressure again. In fact, Brian Kelly was almost offside there. But in the end, it's going to be a scrum feed for the New Zealand Warriors. 10 metres out from the black dot. Billy, they already lead 12-6. You said that they needed to consolidate here. The Titans are in a world of hurt now.
Yeah, you're right. The resilience, as we've talked about, is disgraceful inside their own 20. A great chase there by Rocco Berry. Put Semi under pressure. He still could have and should have caught it, but didn't. Now let's see whether the Titans can resist these 6 tackles.
Off the back of the scrum, goes out to the hands of Rocco Berry, that man he just spoke about, Billy. 15 in from that eastern touchline, 8 out from the line. Egan at the back to Boyd, gives it away now for Nickel Klugstar. He's going to be stopped 2 metres out from the line, 5 in from that eastern touchline. A lot of Warriors saying, should be a restart, sir. He's holding on too long. Finally plays the ball away to Boyd. At the back through Clark. Gives it on to Fisher Harris. He's stopped 2 metres out from the line, just to the right of the uprights. Down that northern end. Long pass from Egan. Comes out to Boyd. Now into the hands of Pompey, who just simply puts it on the chest of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. RTS has a double. And the Warriors lead 16 points to 6. 21 minutes gone here at Robina. What sort of expert am I, Billy? I thought this would have been a close game. All the signs indicate that the Warriors not only want to go back into that top 4, but they're here for business at Robina Rua.
Well, it did take 4 tackles that time, so there is an improvement from the Titans' defence. No, in all fairness, that's poor. That's not first-grade standard to be stripped again. 3 times down here, the Warriors, 3 times they have scored up against flimsy defence, stripped of numbers. There's no communication, Travis, mate, on the inside slide. That's the key. You've got to get the talk from the inside to push up and out. They're not. They're panicking and then running in, and De Groot tries to do an intercept because he had nothing left, had no one helping him, so he thought, well, I may as well chance my hand. No, came up with zilch. And right now, you shake your head at what is happening defensively for the Titans.
Very inexperienced edge out there with Jalen De Groot and Jojo Fafita. We talked about that red zone defence. I'm no maths whiz, but I think that's 3 tries in 9 tackles. So they're averaging a try every 3 tackles down here, the Warriors. It's just not good enough from the Titans.
Of course, last week they conceded 54 points and it was all one-way street at Shark Park. They don't want to replicate that performance here in front of their home fans, although I put those in the apostrophe. As Boyd comes in and strikes it, he's got 3 for 3. It's 18 points to 6. We've got 18 minutes left in the first half. Zane Bojack, Billy Moore and Travis Main. Billy?
Well, that's one way to re-engage the Warriors crowd, is to let them score so quickly with such flimsy defence, and they're smelling blood in the water, the Warriors, and their fans would just get louder and louder as this game goes on.
We've got Missy in the mount. How are you, Missy? She says, very grateful of Greenstand. Hello, Zane, Billy, Travis. Bless you all and hope it's a good game of footy. Well, at the moment, looks like the Warriors are on top. Sandra from Forest Lake. Love listening to you guys. Keep up the good work. Do you know when the draw for Magic Round 2026 comes out? Well, yes, we already know that. Oh, no, we don't know Magic Round. Sorry, it's Vegas. Vegas is out. No, we don't know when Magic Round's out yet. But I'll tell you what. Whenever the Warriors played Magic Round, remember this year they played the Cowboys, it was another home game for them. The crowd was absolutely full of Warriors fans.
And the year before they played against Penrith in one of the games of the tournament, or the weekend, sorry.
So the Warriors working it out from their own territory. Nico Klukstad, another 8 metres to his average run metres for the season, and another great run there by Egan as well. He's up to the 40-metre line already. They've been going 4 tackles. The New Zealand Warriors. Stow Smith, good run. He stopped just short of halfway. They keep getting out of their end too easy if you're a Titans fan. Back now for CHT. He kicks downfield. It's going to go into the hands of Brimson. Chooses not to use the support of the group. And then Brimson gets absolutely hammered there by Aaron Clark. Pushed back along with Tanner Boyd, and he's going to play it on the 20-metre line. Sami, he gets hammered as well there. Fisher Harris making himself known.
They're stiffing their defence up, the Warriors. They know that's the area of the game they want to use to really break the Titans.
Moore holds on to the ball this time. He's 15 in from the eastern touch line, 20 short of halfway. Barrels away to Campbell Gillard. He runs straight at Egan. Both out of the Panther system and eventually plays it now. Regan Campbell-Gillard. Away comes Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. Scored the first try for the home side, but since then it's been all one way going. Jaden Campbell, end over end, bomb. Down to Nico Klukstad, who takes it too short of the 20, and he's going to be stopped 22 out from his line. It's 18 points to 6, Billy. The Warriors leading the Gold Coast. We've got 16 minutes left in the first half.
A play, when he plays well, that catches my eye for the Warriors is their hooker, Wade Egan. When he plays well, the Warriors play well, and tonight he's herding the Titans down the middle of the park.
Amanda 2 tries, has the ball in hand. 32 metres out from his own line, gets up and plays it. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Here's Nico Klukstad again, just adding to his metres tally. 8 short of halfway. Quick play the ball away to Egan. Tanner Boyd off his right boot, kicking into space. The group was late to get back. He's going to take the ball just inside his in goal. He's running it out. He manages to, he couldn't beat the first man. Great tackle there in front of the post. That was Chanel Harris-Tavita. That's the 1%ers that you want from your star half. And now the Titans are really struggling to work it out of their own territory. Long pass out to Sami in front of the black dot. They're only, 80 metres out from their own line, Billy, and they've already had 3 tackles.
Yeah, it was a great kick by the Warriors. Have made a lot of pressure on the Titans.
Brimson gives it away now to Cleese Haas, who's out there. Gives his pass away, and Brimson's going to be tackled 28 metres out from the Titans line. Away now for Tino from the play of the ball. Tino backs into CHT, tries to get his offload away. It's been picked up by the Titans, by the Warriors, I should say. Niokure was the man on the spot, and they had the ball 38 metres out from the Titans line. Rocco Berry charges straight into the blue jerseys of the Gold Coast, and the Warriors were set up 30 metres out just to the right of the uprights down at the northern end. Harris-Tavita away to Fisher Harris. He charges into both Randall and also Campbell. He's going to get up and play it to Skipper. Working the short side. Away now for Harris-Tavita. Back towards the western side. Gives it away for Pompy. Pompy charges into Cleese Haas, and he's going to be stopped about 22 out from the Titans line. Still 2 tackles left in the set. Stepping off his left foot, and then his right foot was Aaron Clark, and a kick from Boyd into the in goal. Sami's going back to collect it. He'll try and get out. He beats Nico Klukstad, and coming in to make the tackle was the kicker. In fact, it was Rocco Berry who was over there.
Yeah, He's been good tonight on his chases, Rocco Berry.
Fantastic. The two blondies combining there. Great kick by Tana Boyd.
Yep.
And then Berry came in to make sure he didn't get out of his own in goal. So it's 18 points to 6. The Warriors ahead of this dropout.
This is where they haven't been very good. Zano, their ability to resist under pressure. They go the long dropout rather than stay close to their try line.
Campbell kicks it 55 on the fly. Here's the big fish. He charges into the Gold Coast line, and Randall goes recoiling as he eventually gets up to play at big JFH. Ball comes from Egan, gives it away now to Dimitri Vaiamonga. He was supposed to start, went onto the bench, and now he's out there. Second tackle of this new set. Boyd at the back to CHT, gives it to Pompy. Pompy, he manages to beat the first tackle, couldn't beat the second. Campbell good enough to bring him down along with Fafita. 10 in from the western touchline, 11 out. Charging through the middle of the field. Good run there by Aaron Clark. He's going to be stopped just to the left of the uprights. Pass comes out to Vaiamonga. Goes out the back to Nicholas Klugster. Now Berry. Berry gets his pass away to DWZ. He had to backtrack. It went behind him, and he's going to go to ground. 12 metres out from the Gold Coast line. They got it to his chest. He scores. Boyd kicks towards the northwest corner. Going up is Fafita. He drops it. But it's in the hands of Campbell. And Campbell's going to be tackled for the Gold Coast Titans. 12 out from his own line. 2 in from the western touchline. Billy, it's 18 points to 6 in favour of the Wires.
As you call it, Zane, I had that last pass gone to the chest of DWZ. He scores, but luckily for the Titans, it hit the grass. They're able to save the day. Now coming out from their own end, the Titans.
18 points to 6. Zane Bojack, Billy Moore, and Travis May. And finally they get a penalty. They needed that one, Trav. That was much needed for the Titans. They've been struggling down their end.
Well, they're just not really willing to get into the arm wrestle now. They were coming out of bad ball territory. Tino went for the shortcut, the offload, turned over possession. All of a sudden they're under the pump again. We just want to see him try and get it back into the rhythm of this game, fight for some metres, kick long and then defend well. They're just not doing it, the Titans. They need to make the most of this penalty.
Campbell finds the touchline 2 metres into Warriors territory and charging through the middle of the field for the Gold Coast. Strong charge there. Eventually Mofo Tuivasa gets up and plays it. Pass comes out wide now for Campbell. Campbell tries to step inside Harris DeVito. Can't do so. Capel's there to make the tackle on Campbell. Gets up and plays it. 28 out from the line. Here's Cleese Haas. Missed last week with personal reasons. He's going to be stopped, not put to ground, but stopped about 18 out from the line. Back to the hands of foreign dummies, and then gets tackled by Nicholas Klugster, and they're going to rule that it was a high tackle. So high contact for Cole.
It was definitely high, and lucky he didn't collect him, Travis May, because I think he would have taken his head off.
Well, it's the first time we've seen Foreign run the ball tonight. He just doesn't have any opportunities there, and when he's running it, they're a lot more dangerous.
Dimitri Vaiamonga, he tried to take his head off, but the man has played 33 times for his nation, New Zealand, plays the ball. Away now, out the back, comes from Foreign. Here goes Brimson. Brimson has it, goes to the hurdy-gurdy, gives it to Kelly. Kelly tries to step back Boyd, and he's going to be stopped 4 metres out from the Warriors line. They need another try here, the Titans, just to get themselves back into the arm wrestle. Played 4 out, back towards the post. Foreign, long pass, away now for Tino. Gives it to Campbell. Campbell's going to be stopped by Egan. Luro green boots of the New Zealand hooker, stopping him there, 12 out from his own line. Away now from Foreign, gives it to Brimson, kicking in the in goal. Sami's there. Does he put it down, Billy?
I think he might have. The usually means no.
Bringing the ball, no try, checking touching goal.
So it was very close to that touching goal line on the eastern side.
It was a good kick.
It was a great kick by Brimson. So the question is, we look at the replay. He's just inside the touch line with his boot.
He's on his own
as
too.
he steps in. I think he puts it on the whitewash.
6 inches. That was the difference between success and failure there. Great kick by AJ. Sami nearly finished on a great passage of play, but unfortunately no try for the Gold Coast.
Trav 18-6, the Titans, they came so close, they desperately needed that.
Well, it's actually the away supporters bay down there, if you can call that anything tonight, and they gave it to Sami when he put the ball down on the line there, although I think the Titans are looking for their own bay tonight.
So the Warriors leading by 12. They're about 14 short of halfway as RDS gets up to play it. In the hands now of Aramia Halisa, the big, tall man. He's got plenty of talent, that is for sure. Usually plays in the second row, playing through the middle at the moment. Gets up to play it, does via Mongan. And now kicking down towards the 10-metre line is CHT. And AJ Brimson takes it inside his in goal, tries to get out and does so. Pompy's there to tackle him, but AJ turned on his right and then his left. He did a pirouette and got out, Billy, and now the Titans have a chance as they're 8 metres out from their own line, not conceding possession. We've got 9 minutes left, down 18-6 in this first half.
Great work by the Titans fullback. Got away from Catewell, who timed his run beautifully to put maximum pressure on, but Brimson was up to the challenge.
Hi Zane, can Billy comment on if the Warriors are missing Jackson Ford? Cheers from Martin at Port Macquarie. It's a big loss.
Great point last week. He ran for 150 metres and made 50 tackles. Yes, they are missing him.
And Greg at Wright says, hey Bill, what's the go with your voice? I think it's an old one, isn't it?
That's the way it always is.
Downfield by the Titans. Taken by RTS, just short of the 20-metre line, working out of his own territory. Absolutely did Jojo Fafita like a dinner. Chris Randall comes and makes the tackle. 12 in from the western touchline, 12 short of halfway. Pass comes to Pompy. Pompy's tackled there by Fodawaker and also Barrels. Harris DeVita says, hurry up, referee, let him play the ball. He's DWZ. Great charge there by the man that Billy calls Sunglow. Soulglow, is it?
Soulglow, yes.
Out of the...
back to America.
Yeah, coming to America movie. As Nickel Klugstar charges through the middle, he's going to be stopped 32 out from the Titans line. Quick play of the ball, away for Harris DeVita, gives it to Capel. Capel runs straight at Campbell, and Campbell is good enough to bring him down. It's the last tackle. 8 minutes left in this first half. 18-6, Warriors leading the Titans. Kick from Harris DeVita from 20 out. Heading towards the eastern side, taken by Berry. Can he get it down? He's held up. He's held up. They showed a little bit of resilience there, the Gold Coast Titans. Great catch in the air by the returning centre in his 50th match. But in the end, Brian Kelly, Bo Fumore and Kieran Forum are able to hold him up.
They've got to get to the kick tackle here, the Titans. They do not want to lose possession and give the Warriors another crack at them.
Paxton's out there for the Gold Coast Titans. Scored last week. Opportunity for him to get some game time just before halftime. Sami, he's charging and he gets an offload away. Fumore almost dropped it. He looks for some support as well. Someone's got to just run forward for the Gold Coast. This tackle 28 from their own line. Here's Barrels. His family's no doubt here supporting him. Lovely daughter Lucinda Grace, born only a few weeks ago. His wife Tegan, I'm sure they're here supporting Sam Barrels. Plays the ball, Mo Fodawaker, 12 short of halfway, and it is the long kick now by Jaden Campbell, down towards Nickel Klugstar. Takes it on his 10, over his 20, heading towards the 30. He's got fluoro orange boots. There's only a few New Zealand Warriors that aren't wearing white, to be honest. Egan's got the yellow boots, the orange for Chance Nickel Klugstar, and of course the yellow ones for Aramia Halisa. Otherwise everyone's got the boring white ones with the white strip. As Rocco Berry stopped 4 metres short of halfway.
Got a big game, Rocco Berry.
Been impressive. Playing in 50th, always want to fire up. RTS, 2 tries already, almost through. He's going to be stopped 42 out from the Titans line. Slow to get up and play it though. Away from Egan. Harris DeVita turns it back inside for Jimmy Vaiamonga. Gets his pass away now for Boyd. Boyd chops out wide. He finds Niokore. He finds a man supporting on the outside, which is Berry. And Berry's going to be stopped 26 metres out from the Titans line on the last. 5 in from the eastern touch line. A high pass to Boyd, who had to go backwards to take it. High kick down to Brimson, and Fafita's there to take it right in front of his post. We've got 5.5 left in this first half. The Warriors 18, leading the Gold Coast Titans 6.
Yeah, the better run of the play. They've had 3 line breaks to 1 the Warriors. And right now the arm wrestle's on. 5 minutes to go. The last thing the Titans can afford is to concede concede more points. They've got to kick.
George from Elwood said, boys, have you ever called a game with so many hyphenated names? I think Quentin Hull holds a record. I think he had 9 in one of his games. He only got 7 today, so it's not as bad. Around the grounds, and the Eels 12-all with the Roosters at half-time. In the AFLW, it's half-time, 43-13. The Lions over Fremantle. In the AFL, Geelong 88 leading Richmond 17. Last tackle for the Titans. They've done well to work it out to just short of the halfway through Fodawaker. Away now for Campbell, who got tackled after he kicked it by Capel. Is it going to be a penalty? There is. I thought it was a bit late. The Queensland State of Origin representative will be disappointed with himself. This gives the Titans an opportunity, Bill. We've got 4.5 left before half-time. 18-6 in possession for the Titans inside the red zone.
Yeah, you're right. This gives the Titans one of their best chances. See, that's very, very tight. I think he had every right to go through with that, Kate. Well, but anyway, the real question for me here is Travis Mayne. It's about the Warriors' defence. If they're going to be serious in the finals, they've got to be able to hold out the Titans this set of 6.
It was a pretty soft penalty, I think. Yeah, the Titans have sort of worked their way back into this game. Some nice scramble on their own line there to prevent a try. They've got to score here. They've got to score before half-time.
Off the tap, Fleece Haas. He's going to play it just short of the 10-metre line, just to the left of the uprights. Foreign out the back to Campbell, out the back for Brimson. Brimson can't beat the tackle of Pompy. That's a great tackle around the bootlaces. Coming in to put down the star fullback. Of course, Keanu Kinney's on the bench as well, so he has to perform AJ. Here's Paxton. Paxton's going to be stopped 11 metres short of the Warriors line in front of the black dot. Gets up and plays it. Verrills works it out to the left-hand side. Gives it to Foreign. Foreign out to Brimson. Brimson pushes away from Boyd. Running back into traffic. Gets his pass away to Paxton. Paxton, he runs straight at Capel. And the Warriors stop him 6 metres. Then gets his offload away. Kelly takes it. He's trying to beat 2 or 3. And eventually Vaiamonga comes in and makes the tackle. Quick play the ball. Verrills knocks on. That's the error that the Warriors were sweating on. They had every opportunity there. They've got some quick play the balls at Gold Coast. And unfortunately, the Roosters Premiership hero in 2019 came up with a crucial error. Billy, we've got 3 minutes left in this first half. It's still 18 points to 6. The Warriors leading the Titans.
Yeah, as I touched on, I wanted to see some really good defence by the Warriors, because that's what they're going to need in the next month as they go into finals. And they did that. They talked, they communicated, they covered both sides of the park well. And unfortunately for the Titans, they come up with an error from Sam Verrills out of dummy half, and that releases all the pressure.
Walnut says, hey team, I'm loving the call, listening in Coonabarra brand while I'm cleaning public toilets. You blokes make the job bearable. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with you, because that is a job that needs to be done. And I hope you're enjoying the footy. That is for sure.
You can keep that job, but I enjoy listening.
Indeed, Walnuts. As Capel, he tries to get past Fleece Haas. He makes a tackle, and Capel's lost the ball. He almost looked like he was beaten there, Cleese Haas. 30 metres out from the Warriors, Warriors line. The Titans are going to get the ball back again here. Bill, 2 minutes to go. If they get another try, just make it interesting before half-time.
I'll just carbon copy what I said before, Travis Mayne. If they're going to be serious in September, this is where you've got to see the resilience. The games we saw last night, those 4 teams all have the ability to hold on when need be through their defensive powers.
It's been all the Warriors, but if the Titans score here, they get it back to 18-12 at half-time, and they can put points on quickly. They're in this. A minute to go here.
You never know. Foreign finds AJ Brimson just short of the 20. 22 out from the Warriors line, 10 in from the Western touchline. Defeater at dummy half gives it away to Foreign. Here is the charge of Randall. Randall's going to be stopped 22 out right in front of the black dot. Down at that southern end. Foreign gives a short pass away for Paxton. He's going to be stopped just to the left of the uprights, 10 metres out from the Warriors line. Verrill says quickly get up and play. Pass comes out to Kelly. Kelly gives his pass away to Famore. Famore's trying to dummy. He beats one. He's going to go to ground 2 minutes short of the goal line. 2 in from that eastern touchline. Forward kicks inside for Brimson. Brimson's knocked on. He had the ball over the touchline. Hasn't been knocked out by the Warriors. Verrills has touched down. He thinks he might have scored. So
he thinks he scored. The referee doesn't. What a great kick. They've been good tonight with the kicks. The Titans are chasing them through very well as well. Let's see how it plays out.
So he watches this replay, Trav. Brimson gets the ball in his hands. He charges towards the line. Has it been knocked out by a Warrior? He Titans certainly thought it was, but has it also gone from Nico Klugstar, comes off the knee? Oh, yeah, I think it comes off the knee of Brimson, and Nico Klugstar's hand then back to the man in front of him in Brimson. Is that a double knock on, Billy?
He's got backwards by Wade Egan and then hits AJ Brimson's left hand and goes forward.
Okay. So it's a knock-on.
I'm liking that short kick, Travis Main. It's hurting the Warriors a bit. They're coming forward well, sliding, but there is space behind the line.
Yeah, they've worked their way back into this game. We saw what the Titans did here a few weeks ago going to Penrith. They were down 24-0 and nearly snatched the game in golden points. So
They never did.
if they can just get in 18-6 or 18-12, I think they're still in it somehow.
A text here from John in Bateman's Bay says, can you give me the score of the Finns versus Eagles? Well, if you're a Queenslander, put your hands over your ears. You don't want to hear this. Manly 58, Dolphins 30. Although DC, former Queensland captain, got 2 points in the Player of the Year points in his 350th, 9 from 10 today. Colo got the 3 votes and 1 vote for Ethan Bullimore. So a couple of Queenslanders in there, but yeah, terrible scoreline for the Dolphins. The Manly Seagulls joining them on 26 competition points. Boyd at dummy half, 11 short of halfway. Away now for Capel. Capel backs into the defence. No photo Waker, slow to let him get up. Queensland teammates. Egan through to Clark. Clark goes out wide to Boyd. Boyd hits Berry on the fly, and Berry's up over the halfway. He's going to be tackled 6 in from that eastern touchline. There's only 10 seconds left before the halftime break. Nico Klugstar out of dummy half. Can he get some support? He can't. He's going to be tackled on the 40-metre line. Cole has his hand in the air. It's the last tackle. That's half-time. 3 tries for the Warriors in this opening half. With Iakore scoring in the 6th minute, RTS in the 17th, RTS again in the 21st, 3 from 3 for Tanner Boyd. And for the Titans, they scored in the 4th minute thanks to Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. He came out, fired up, smashed Fisher Harris off the kickoff, got the ball, then scored himself. Campbell has 1 from 1. At that stage it was 6-0. Since then, 18 consecutive points to the New Zealand Warriors. It's 18-6 at half-time, Billy. The Warriors looking to go back into the top 4. They're halfway, on their way back in there.
Yeah, Zano, they've got their nose in front at half-time. 18-6 was a little bit flattering, really. They had a patch where they scored 3 quick tries because of the lack of resilience in the Titans' defence. As I said, it's not NRL standard in that passage of play, and that's been their Achilles heel in 25, is they've been competitive in certain parts of the game, and then in other patches they are ordinary. And those 18 points off those 3 tries were just walk in the park material. They got stripped of numbers. There was no inside slide communication, and a side like the Warriors will tear you apart. But there's been parts of the Titans game I've liked. They have had a few opportunities. They took it early on through Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. We've also seen a few great little kicks where they probably could have and should have scored another 2. They were in the right position at the right time, but unfortunately one of them, the bounce got JJ Fafita. Otherwise he would have scored. And Brimson, right near the end of that first half, probably should have scored because he got to the ball first. But all in all, 18-6. We know the Titans are never dead. For me, this is about the Warriors. Can they bottle up the Titans and put it away with a very good second half showing, which shows you why they are potentially top 4 bound in 2025.
Very shortly we're going to go to the ABC newsroom, and then after that we're going to head to Parramatta Stadium, and we're going to try and get a preview from Glenn Lauder for that game between the Eels and the Roosters. 53% possession to the Warriors, 47% for the Titans. Completions 90% for the Wars, 90 of 21, 68% for the Gold Coast Titans. We've got the Titans having made 171 tackles, and they've missed 13. In fact, there's been more missed tackles by New Zealand, would you believe? And 5-0 the penalties to the Titans, and they trail by 18 points to 6. So the Warriors transgressing, but they lead by 18-6 here at Robina Rua, as we're calling it tonight, with, of course, this big crowd in attendance. Quickly around the grounds, NRLW, Eels 12 trailing the Roosters 18 in the second half of the NRLW match. At the AFLW, it's the Lions 56 leading Fremantle 15. In the AFL, it is Geelong 88 leading, in fact, Geelong 95 leading Richmond 30 in the third quarter. And looking at some of your messages, there's a great one here from Anson Levin saying, "Hi, Zane, Billy and Trav. Always love the calls from my ABC footy family. Love and healthful prayers to Maury for a steady, careful recovery." Yes, Maury. All of our love here from the Gold Coast. Hope you are enjoying this match. But I'm Zane Bojack. He's Billy Moore. Travis Main's down the sideline. We're enjoying this contest. It's the Warriors leading 18 points to 6 in this round 25 clash. Very shortly, we'll be back here for the second half of Rabina. But first, let's go to the ABC newsroom.
ABC News, I'm Thanmaya Navada. Federal Employment Minister Amanda Rishworth says the opposition should learn from its election mistakes and support the government's bill to protect penalty rates. Labor plans to table legislation next week to prevent the Fair Work Commission from approving awards that reduce penalty or overtime rates for workers. She says the opposition hasn't clarified whether it will support the proposal.
The opposition has been cagey on whether or not they'll support this. I've written to the Shadow Minister asking for him to support this bill. This bill will be critical to protecting the wages of over 2 million workers.
Making news overseas, a new UN-backed report has declared a famine in Gaza City and warned starvation is likely to spread if a ceasefire deal isn't reached soon. Chelsea Hetherington reports.
After months of warnings, the world's top authority on food crises, the IPC, says famine has hit Gaza's biggest urban centre. The IPC says hunger has been driven by fighting and the blockade of humanitarian aid by Israel, and more than 500,000 people are at risk of dying from malnutrition. Israel has dismissed the report, labelling it an outright lie. It comes as Israel steps up military operations to seize Gaza City, with Israeli Defence Minister Israel Katz warning it could be reduced to rubble if Hamas doesn't release the hostages and lay down its arms.
The Menendez brothers won't be able to apply again for parole until at least 2028, following a decision in the US state of California. Today, Lyle Menendez, like his brother Eric yesterday, was denied parole by board commissioners who cited transgressions inside prison where the brothers are serving life sentences for the shotgun murders of their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, in 1989 as reason for the refusal. The brothers, now in their 50s, have served decades behind bars following their sentencing in 1996. Interest in their case has increased following the Netflix series Monsters about them and the murders. Convicted sex offender Ghislaine Maxwell has denied the existence of any client list kept by her associate, the late Jeffrey Epstein. She's seeking a pardon from US President Donald Trump and has been accused of lying to federal officials. The US Justice Department has released transcripts and recordings of Maxwell's comments made in interviews last month, in which she says she's never seen Mr. Trump acting inappropriately.
Whatever the nature of the president's friendship, if you will, or however you want to define that with Epstein, I was never witness. I think they were friendly, like people are in social settings. I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way.
After the interviews, she was moved from a Florida prison to a maximum security facility in Texas. In the headlines back home, police are searching for a man facing serious sexual offences and with an extensive criminal history who's escaped custody from Perth's Central Law Courts. 39-year-old Robert Kevin McCulloch had appeared in court Friday morning and had been remanded in custody when police say he used some form of deceit to escape that afternoon. Detective Superintendent Kelly Taylor says he has prior convictions for fraud and stealing, but isn't believed to be a threat to the public.
We know that Mr. McCulloch is able to be very deceptive, and we can assume that he might try and use those skills to avoid capture.
Victorian police say they'll increase patrols in Melbourne's west following a targeted gang-related stabbing at a home in the area. Police say 8 to 10 offenders entered a home where neighbours say a house party was being held. 3 men were stabbed in the attack and 2 of them were hospitalised with non-life-threatening injuries, while the third fled from the scene while being treated. Detective Senior Constable Reece McLean-Curry says there's no threat to the wider community.
There will be public assurance patrols in the area over the coming days to try and instill some public confidence in the action that police are taking.
And in sport, in the AFL, the Adelaide Crows have claimed the 2025 minor premiership after a final round win over North Melbourne. The final score was the Crows 17-11-113 to the Kangaroos 15-10-100. The Crows were in front at every change, but a 5-goal final term by the Kangaroos saw them get to within 12 points with 2 minutes left to play. The result means Adelaide will play at home in the first week of the final series against whichever side finishes fourth on the ladder. And you're up to date with the very latest on ABC News.
Hello, Patrick Stack here. Do you like sport and good conversation? Then we've got a great podcast for you. One cracking story, in depth, every day, in under 15 minutes. It's called ABC Sport Daily, and you can find it on the ABC Listen app.
ABC Sports coverage of the 2025 NRL Premiership.
They've had all the ball at this end now, the Gold Coast Titans. It's still 0-all. We've been going 3.5 minutes. And a restart as well. Verrills, short pass away to Tino! And Tino's over to score! The Gold Coast skipper has come out, fired up Clark. Short pass away to Fisher Harris. He's trying to get a try just like Big Tino, this time at the northern end. Play to the right of the upright. Short pass away to Nikora. He reaches out to the score. I think he's not on the line, Billy. Try. 6 more from the hands of Cole. And away now for Tuivasa-Sheck. Beautiful hands on the inside from Harris to Vida. The Warriors are going in for their second try of the afternoon. Scored in the northwest corner, down that northern end. Long pass from Egan. Comes out to Boyd. Now into the hands of Pompy, who just simply puts it on the chest of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. RTS has a double.
The 2025 NRL Premiership.
On your radio, ABC Sport Digital Radio.
And on the ABC Listen app.
18 points to 6. New Zealand leads the Gold Coast Titans here at Robina. Earlier today it was a win for Manly, 58-30 over the Dolphins. We've got a third match coming up on Super Saturday on ABC Sport. It's between the Eels and the Roosters, and your commentator will be Glenn Lauder. How are you, Glenn?
Hello, Zano. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Got here early this afternoon. There were heaps of people out in the precinct nice and early for this NRLW game where the Roosters have scored a couple of quick tries. They lead Parramatta 24-12 with 20 minutes to go. Kiana Takarangi, of course, in this NRLW squad. She'll be on the sideline for us tonight, so biting the fingernails with 20 minutes to go. But, of course, the first great game between the Roosters and Parramatta coming up. Dean Hallertau will be alongside Kiana and I as well. Haller, good evening to you. Obviously, the Roosters chasing 3 in a row. Parramatta have been a little bit inconsistent, but I guess the Dolphins result earlier this afternoon gives the Roosters some real momentum going into this one and a hope that they can consolidate a spot in the top 8.
Yeah, good evening, Estee. Hello, Kiana, and looking forward to this one. And you're right, there's a lot on the line for the Roosters. They've had a really good month of football, and they've had a pretty decent building season. They're getting towards September and starting to play some really good football. Some of their guns have been outstanding for pretty much the whole year. James Tedesco being one of them. Daniel Tupou's out tonight, so that's a big out, but a nice tall Tupou and Junior comes in for him, so a decent target at the same time. If they can get a win here tonight, the Roosters, they'll feel like they're in a really good position heading into the last 2 weeks. And Parramatta, they just need to play some good football so that they can have some positivity heading in towards the off-season.
Yeah, Kiana, good evening to you. The second time in 2 weeks. It's good to be back. Obviously, just touching on Parramatta, the fact that they've lost 2-1-2 in their last 4 games, sort of alternating results. And those 2 losses, they were in the contest. So they're not too far away, Parramatta. And I guess you get the feeling that the more the combination builds with Josh Papali and Mitch Moses in the halves as that goes on, it gives them a little bit of hope for not only the end of this season, but as they start looking forward as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I spoke with Junior Paulo when we crossed over before at training, and that was on the back of their win against the Cowboys, and he kind of mentioned that they're making things hard for themselves. So if they can stick to their game plan, and as he said, Mitch Moses is, it's so experienced there, and with the young buck there, Joe Ash, it's going to be an interesting night tonight. I'm hoping they can find some form to go against the red hot Roosters who have, they're surging over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they certainly are. Parramatta obviously on 20 competition points. They can move up level at least with the Dragons and South Sydney, but for and against obviously comes into play. The Roosters can get above the Broncos depending on how much they win by. They are at 22 points for and against behind the Broncos and 2 points behind on the competition ladder. So we'll have teams in about about 5 minutes or so, Zano. Nothing just yet, but I'll send them through as we get there. At the moment, we're expecting them to be 1 to 17, and White Raymond will be looking after this one in about an hour and 5 minutes' time.
Thank you very much, Glenn Lauder, alongside Dean Halatau and Kiana Takarangi. Looking forward to that contest. The Roosters are one of those teams just outside the four who you think maybe if they can lock in a top 8 place, they might be able to be a contender in September, Billy.
I couldn't agree with you more, Zano. I think they're the threat. They're the dark horse in this competition. This is their rebuild year.
Yeah.
Well, there's been no rebuild because what's happened is some of their players have exceeded expectations. Robert Toya wasn't known before the start of the year, with all due respect. He's played Origin and he's devastating on that right-hand side. Sam Walker, we knew how good he was. He's come back in even better, more spectacular form. Tedesco, probably going to get the Dali M.
I think he should be the number 1 for the Kangaroos. I think he's been playing better than Dylan Edwards. But
so you're right. There's a side you don't want to meet in the semi-finals, and you're right. If they win tonight, after what's happened with the Dolphins, you think there's every chance they'll be the 8th team in the competition.
The Warriors have made their way out. They're running from the northern end down to the southern end in the second half. And would you believe it? Yes, the home team, the Titans, have just run out, and that's how big this crowd is in support of the New Zealand Warriors. Their best has been Tino Fasuvalari, 83 metres and 26 tackles for the Warriors. What about RTS? Not only 2 tries, 170 metres. JFH, 99 metres. And CNZ, Charles Dickle Bookstar, 86, incredible. No, we CNK, I should say, the PWs.
It's too many, it's the hyphen.
Too many hyphens. And of course, Wade Eagles, their best with 21 tackles alongside Kurt Capel. It's 18 points to 6 here as we get set for the second half. Penalties were 5-0 in favour of the home side. And Brad Talon's showed me here that 845 metres by the Warriors, 652 for the Titans. And
this first 10 minutes, Zano, is all important for this contest. If the Warriors get the upper hand from here, it'll be good night, Titans.
Got a texter here saying, I'd like to know the NRLW scores. I'll get that for you very shortly, but we are underway here. The Titans running it out with Jojo Fafita, about 20 metres out from his own line in the second tackle. Warriors in their white strip, the Titans in their home aqua strip, I guess you could say. And going to be stopped through the middle of the field. Eddie Jeremiah Tuivasa told to just let him eventually play the ball. Campbell has it now on the edge. He's 12 metres in from that eastern touchline, 12 short of halfway. Plays it to Verrills. Going through the middle is now for Moore. He's going to be stopped just short of the halfway. It's the last now for the Gold Coast Titans. They've made 50 metres. Good way to start this second half, trailing by 18 points to 6. As Jaden Campbell kicks downfield, Zane Bojack, Willie Moore, a great Queenslander, and Travis Main, who will give us an update on what was said in the dressing rooms at halftime after the next set of 6. Get ready down there, Trav, as DWZ with the hair flowing out the back, and then he gets pushed back as well. Kieran Foran there to make the tackle along with Brian Kelly, and Moore takes forever to get off him. They're lucky actually wasn't a ruck infringement. Rocco Derry, who was very impressive in that first half, he's going to be stopped 18 short of halfway in the middle of the field. Now Aaron Clark, he runs straight into the Gold Coast Titans defence. Mo Fotuaika there to make the tackle along with Cleese Haas. Here goes Dimitri Kaimonga. He's going to be stopped 2 metres into attacking territory. It is the last for the Warriors. High kick from Boyd, who gets hit by Haas late. Is a penalty going to be given? Yes, it is. Boyd had tackled. Boyd was tackled by Cleese Haas, and a bit of push and shove there as well. And now we're going to see it.
Kieran Foran is giving his own teammate a spray there, Zano, where he's looking at Cleese Haas saying, why did you do that?
He was in the air as well. It was near you there, Trav. Pretty ordinary effort there by Cleese Haas. He didn't need to touch him.
Honestly, what is he thinking? Just going back to half-time, Des Hasler said too many fundamental errors are killing us. He probably hasn't got back up to his coach's box to see that, because he'd be going absolutely troppo in there. Andrew Webster at the Warriors, he said, be wary of this team. They've got an offload, they've got a short kick, they can get back into this game. We've got to play our style, kick it deep, put them under pressure, and we'll get there. But, that's a bad start by the Titans. just totally unacceptable from police arse.
Chant goes up, the Warriors chant from this big crowd here at Robina. Now we've been going 2.5 minutes. They lead 18-6. And what do you think about this attempt at a penalty and put it out to 14 points, Billy? They're kicking it from just to the right of the uprights down at that southern end, putting the ball in position.
I like it. They're just going to get into the groove. They're happy to play the arm wrestle with the Titans. They want to polish all their skills, and they know the one thing they don't want to do is get in a shootout with the Titans. So just grind them into the dust. If that's what they're going to do, then that's what they'll do.
So Boyd should be able to throw it over, comes in and kicks it instead. He's got 4 from 4 this evening. It's now 20 points to 6. The Warriors leading the Gold Coast Titans on ABC Sport. Now I had a texter ask for the scorelines from the NRLW. The Raiders 56 defeated the Bulldogs 24. The Titans here at this ground won 22-4 over the Dragons, and currently in the second half down at Western City Stadium is 30-12. The Roosters leading the Eels. The Roosters just about beaten the NRLW. It's amazing.
Yeah, they're red hot. They're leading the competition. Second is the Bronx, but the Roosters look like the series heavyweights in NRLW 2025.
I heard yesterday that Jesse Southwell's possibility of joining the Brisbane Broncos. I don't like that idea of having two dominant teams in the Bronx. You already have Tamika Upland and also having the Roosters stacked with talent. As a pass comes out the back from Vaimonga, who luckily it's recovered on the ground by Chance Nickel Klugstar, and the Warriors working it out now through Aramia Tuivasa. He's going to be stopped to 18 short of halfway. That was lucky there by the bench prop. Just threw it out loosely. It's Capel gets hit hard there by Jaden Campbell. They're having a good battle over on the edge, haven't they?
Yep.
Campbell and Kurt Capel. They work the short side. Ferrells gives it away to Harris DeVita. Pass comes back inside now. Going to be taken by Capel on, well, just short of the halfway. Couple of tackles left in the set. Warriors leading 20 points to 6 here on ABC Sport. Working through the middle is Aaron Clark. He's going to be tackled 38 metres out from the Titans line. It's the last. Egan away to Tanner Boyd. A high kick going down towards Sami. Sami goes up to take it, and there was a flag taken out in Kieran Foran, and they rule play on. It's in the hands of Dylan Wakane-Zelezniak.
Rocco Berry was taken out.
So Rocco Berry was the one that was knocked down. I did see Foran was on the ground, and Rocco Berry's obviously been checkered in his run.
His kick chase is phenomenal, Rocco Berry. That's about the third time, Travis Main, he's chased kicks in this game. It puts enormous pressure on the side trying to catch the ball, and that's what made Kieran Foran take him out of the play.
He ran straight for him too. It was an obvious penalty. Warriors just short of the line, down at that southern end. Comes away now for Vaimonga. He's going to be stopped just short of the black dot. 4 tackles left in the set. Egan goes to the line. Does he get it down? No. He's going to be tackled a metre short, just to the left of the uprights. Titans stacks on the mill here. They can't afford to concede another 4-pointer. At the back to Boyd. Gives it to Nickel Klugstar. He pushes away from more. And Paxton comes in to make the tackle. 10 metres short of the Titans line. 15 in from the western touchline. Back towards the post. Vaimonga then gets the offload away. Gives it to Egan. At the back for Nehemiah. And it comes out the back. Opportunity battered dead. Battered dead there by Jojo Fafita. So good offload there by Aramia Tuivasa, and eventually the kick came through, and they're under lots of pressure here, Billy. It's 20 points to 6. We've been going 6 minutes in the second half.
Yeah, Harris DeVita put it on the toe. Unfortunately for the Warriors, the ball bounced up and it sort of slowed it down and allowed Fafita to neutralise it by tapping it down over the dead ball line. Let's see if they can resist this set of 6 for the Titans.
Landlord has sent through some team changes for the Roosters and Eels as Aaron Clark charges into Paxton. I'll get to them very shortly. 30 metres out. Warriors looking for their 4th try. In front of this big crowd. Harris DeVita gives it away for Aramia Tuivasa. Look at the rat's tail hanging out the back. Tackle just short of the 20-metre line. In fact, he gets put to ground. Could have been a penalty. Egan out the back to Harris DeVita. Way to Boyd. Gives it to Nickel Klugstar. He gives it to Berry. Gives it to DWZ. He dives from the line. I don't think he got it down, did he, Billy?
There's no way. Surely he hasn't watched the replay. He's confident.
I think he was short.
He was shot out of a gun, but he got the ball
He was like Superman down at that southwestern corner.
Rocco Berry gave him the last pass. And went through the fullback, Charles Hodgstad.
Decided to tackle Aramia playing on his point.
And the no obstruction with Niakora at the back foot, Nickel Klugstar. Rocco Berry, quick ball to DWZ. He's diving.
Surely not.
Diving, foot inside the sideline.
Brimson is just effecting a tackle and aiming at his hand. We're just going to look at some high contact on Rocco Berry in the lead-up.
Okay, so possible penalty to the Warriors in the lead-up. So DWZ dropped it because of a good piece of work there by AJ Brimson. Just got his hand on his arm as he was about to put it down, didn't he? So, Sami.
It's a high shot.
High shot.
Berry.
Very similar.
Denny Zalesniak knocks the ball on. However, there's a prior act of foul play with a high tackle. We have a decision.
How ironic. Remember the Penrith game right in front of you, Travis Main, where Philip Sami got a high tackle and didn't get the penalty?
I don't think the bunker's going to miss another one like that.
So Sami's been done, and DWZ has a no try. So the scoreline stays at 20 points to 6 here on ABC Sport.
And for the contest's sake, they've got to be able to hold out here, the Titans.
Might be going to bin here.
It's on report. Philip Sami.
I think it's fair. That doesn't need to go to the bin for that.
Very similar to the tackle. I think it was Thomas Jenkins on. Actually, it wasn't Thomas. It was on Philip Sami. You'd be laughing at there, I reckon, Philip Sami. Anyway, Parramatta 1-17. Tony Mata-Ali is the 18th man. Ben Nuelu to start hooker at 14. Connor Watson to the bench. Spencer Lindy to start at 70. Napahu White to lock. Victor Rattle to the second row. Siwa Wong to bench. Ethan King is the 18th. As the Warriors through Ethan and trying to get over the line. And can he get there? He can't. Aaron Clark. He's going to be stopped. Egan with a lovely ball there.
Hold up.
Aaron Clark, the buy of the season. What a play he's turned out to be for the Warriors.
So Wade Egan, he's so crafty out of dummy half. I thought he'd caught the Titans out there. Once again, short pass for Egan. Gives it to Vaimonga. Turns it back inside for Aramia Tuivasa. Right in front of the black dot. Warriors looking for another try. Egan at the back to Boyd. Boyd gives it on to Nickel Klugstar, who gets tackled by Brian Kelly. 8 short of the line. 20 in from that western touchline. They work the short side again. Niakora is going to be stopped. 4 metres short of the line. 8 metres in from the western touchline. Barrels, should say. Egan, of course, for the Warriors. Gives it to Boyd. Boyd kicks into the in-goal, and Fafita goes up and takes it like he's playing for the Gold Coast Suns. Sign him up. They need him to get tested in on Wednesday night. But Fafita takes a quick tap, gives it on to Brimson, and De Groot's going to be tackled 12 short of halfway. Were they onside? I'm not quite sure, the Warriors. But the Titans have got a head of steam here with Sami tackled just short of the halfway. On 2 tackles. They're 52 out from the Warriors line. 4 back inside to Famore. He's tackled by Niakora, and also there is Aramia Tuivasa. Leaves 6 short of the Warriors line. Comes to 4 and 4 in dummies. Tanner Boyd, his former teammate, comes and tackles him. 32 out now. 10 in from the western touchline. Still got 3 tackles left. Brimson throws a short pass to Tino. Tino backs into the defence. Is going to be stopped 28 metres out from the Warriors line. Needing a try here, the Titans, to try and get themselves back into the contest. Campbell goes to the line. He tries to get his offload away. He's going to be stopped. 15 in from that eastern touchline. 20 metres out from the Warriors line. Away now for Foran. He kicks towards the post. Rocco Berry. It bounces behind him. Is it going to go dead? It does. Nickel Klugstar just shepherds it over the line. Tino pulls up CNZ. CNK. What am I doing? Struggling. All right. Back to the 30-metre line off the tap, the Warriors. They lead by 20 points to 6. We've got half an hour left in this contest. Billy Moore.
Great pasture play there by the Titans. Good set of 6 defensively. Followed up with a great attacking set of 6. Went down the park. Good kick. Now the Warriors got back in the arm wrestles. They know they're back on halfway.
DWZ plays it. Out there now is Tamari Martin. Gives it to Harris Tavita. He turns it back inside for Pompy. And Pompy's going to be stopped about 42 metres out from the Titans line. 15 in from that eastern touchline. Into the hands of Boyd. Turns it back inside for Waimonga. He's going to be stopped 36 metres out from the Gold Coast line. Brimson gives it away to Boyd. Boyd comes out to the open side, gives it on now for Niokora. Niokora, he runs straight at Brian Kelly, beats him, and then gets up and plays it. In fact, they put him down again. Almost could have been a ruck infringement. Hand in the air from Cole. It's the last. Kick from Boyd into the in goal. Campbell's there, and he's taken it from inside. No, it is inside the goal line. So it's going to be a 7-tackle set on the 20-metre line. Fafita tries to get a quick tap from Campbell. What's happened here, Billy?
Yeah, they're not happy. They're saying...
So they're worried, is there a player offside? Is that what they're worried about, Trav?
I'm not too sure here, but it just sort of broke it.
I think they're challenging the kick was carried into the in-goal area.
Okay. Well, that was the thing in my call. I thought he took it from inside the field of play.
And I was about to say that the last two kicks have been half a metre too long, but this one, I think you're right, it was caught and carried over the line.
It's a good challenge,
Just looking to see Jaden Campbell's foot. He's in the in goal when he jumps.
No, he's not. He's in the field of play, I reckon.
He's outside the goal line. He's in the field of play when he takes this. His left foot is just inside.
Has he got it on the paint, though?
He's touching the paint, I reckon. You're right, it is. His left foot, little toe, touches the paint. Anyway.
Based on all available angles, we'll be supporting the live decision of 20-metre restart. The Warriors will retain their right to challenge.
There you go. So the Warriors had every right to challenge because I thought it was contentious. But referee Jared Cole has been ruled to be correct.
Well, that means, I'll follow through to my point, the last two kicks from the Warriors have been a fraction.
He didn't tap the ball. Jaden Campbell didn't tap the ball. I wondered whether or not there was a problem with that restart on the 20-metre line.
He fooled everyone, Zane.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's still 20 points to 6. What's happened in this game? 28 minutes to go. Zane Bojack, Billy Moore, and Travis Main spotting everything down there on the sideline. Earlier today, Manly 58 defeated the Dolphins 30. Got a game coming up at Western Sydney Stadium, a ripper between the Eels and the Roosters. Here in Foran throws a long pass to Kelly, who gets hammered by Dylan Watanabe-Zelezniak and also Rocco Berry, who's been on fire today. I agree with you, Billy. In his 15th NRL game, he's been one of their best tonight, the Warriors. For Moore, he stopped 8 metres short of halfway. Slow play of the ball. They're really testing out Jared Cole's patience here. Tino, long pass out to Campbell. He gives it on to Randall. Randall's going to be stopped right on halfway. 2 tackles left in this set. They're 25 in from that eastern touchline. Brimson, he shops, gives it to Foran, away to Kelly. Kelly gets out of the tackle of Boyd, but Watanabe-Zelezniak and also Niokora Cullen put him down. It's the last. Away now for Campbell. Campbell bombs. It's an end-over-end kick. Going down to Nickel Klugstar, who takes it, and he's tackled as well, straight away by Sami. As soon as his feet hit the ground, it's 20 points to 6. The Warriors lead the Gold Coast here at ABC Sport.
The arm wrestle phase in this game. The intensity's good. The crowd are buying into it. All it needs is the Titans to score 1 try, and we've got game on.
So, 27 minutes left. Warriors with a 14-point lead. Kirk Capel looking for an offload, stopped, 22 out from his own line. Tuivasa-Sheck comes in dummy half, gives the pass away, and into Klugstar. He's been everywhere tonight. He makes it about 12 metres off that charge. Stopped 40 metres short of halfway. Kicked downfield by Boyd. In the centre of the field, taken by Sami. Sami's over the 20, heading towards the 30. Niokora and also Tuivas there to make the tackle.
Take out that 10-minute period where they conceded 3 tries, the Titans. They've been more than a match of the Warriors here tonight.
Down to Groot. He almost jumped as he went into contact there, and Tamari Martin said thank you very much and smashed him. Jojo Fafita makes good metres, makes about 12 metres on that charge. 8 short of halfway. Campbell back towards the middle of the field. Gives it to Randall, gets absolutely hammered. Pushed back into the turf. Tino Fa'asuama'awi, he runs at Pompy, and Pompy's good enough to make the tackle. 4 metres into attacking territory. It's the last for the Titans. Kicked downfield by Campbell. 20 points to 6. The Warriors leading here. Nickel Klugstar doesn't have to jump in the air. He takes it, then gets up again and runs again. And he's going to be pushed back to the 10-metre line. Billy, the Warriors will work it out from their own territory. 20-6 up here with 26 minutes to go.
Got to give a rat. That big hit was from a halfback, Murray Martin. What a tackle. And you see there they pushed the ball to the right edge and made a few yards for the Warriors. Here they come.
BWZ runs into Tino Fa'asuamaleaui, but they're already up to 35 metres out from their own line. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck had 170 metres at half-time. He's added to that in the second half. He stopped 8 metres short of halfway. 2 more tackles left. Tamari Martin gives it away now to Aramia Halisa. He's going to be stopped 6 metres into attacking territory. Good position to put an attacking kick up. On the last. Oh, he knocked on there, did he, Martin? No, he must have grabbed it again. Gives it to Harris Davida, who kicks high. Downfield. Crimson underneath it. He takes it. And then chasing after him is Fisher Harris, who beats that tackle. But eventually he's put down in the centre of the field. Titans work it out from their own territory. 25 left, 20 points to 6. The Warriors over at the Gold Coast.
I wouldn't say it's been dour because I like the energy, but we haven't seen many points. Only a penalty goal in the second half. Went in at half-time, 18-6. We get a quick tap. The Titans now going on the attack.
Campbell stopped 12 metres short of halfway. I've got a text here from Philamudji. He said, Zane, can you stop with the initials? It's confusing me. I'm trying to take the quickness in this game because so many of the hyphens slow it down just a little bit. As Tino Fa'asuamaleaui runs straight into the shoulder of Kurt Capel, 4 metres into attacking territory. This is the chance for the Titans. 2 tackles gone. Pass out of dummy half from Verrills. Gives it to Ford. Out the back to Campbell. Now here's Brimson. Good tackle there by Tanner Boyd. Brings him to ground but holds on too long. Ruck infringement. Here's Regan Campbell-Gillard. He's going to be stopped 30 metres out from the goal line. In attacking territory, Verrills to Cleese-Haas, away to Foran, to Campbell. Campbell gives his pass to Brimson. Brimson stepping back in off his right. He's going to be stopped 22 metres out from the Warriors line. About 18 metres in from that eastern touchline. Strong charge there by Cleese-Haas. He's going to be stopped 12 metres out from the Warriors line. Can they get a second try the Gold Coast? They work the short side. Verrills away to Campbell. Kicks into the in goal. And is there a chance there for a try for the Warriors? No, they've touched down. Hugo Klukstad touches down. Titans couldn't get there. And Jojo Fafita close, but no cigar.
Trav, that seems to be their only go-to attacking weapon is the short kicking game. It has caused the Warriors some trouble, but they need extra firepower somewhere. You think AJ Brimson should be able to cause some havoc down the middle of the ruck, but they just don't seem to be able to find that right attacking weapon.
Well, Des Hasler needs to find a way to get Keano Kinney into the game. He's sitting here, looks like me at third-grade cricket, warming his arms up, trying to get the captain's attention for a bowl, you know. He's
short drop out. It's knocked back into the in goal of the Warriors, and Stowers-Smith is there to recover for the Warriors. I think it's going to be another drop out from underneath the black dot.
How lucky it wasn't that the front rower was there, Zano, because if he wasn't, it would have been a try.
So it was knocked back by Harris Davida, but knocked back into his own in goal, and luckily the big prop was there to beat Verrills to the ball. Okay, another short drop out expected from the New Zealand Warriors. The way they've set up, you think they're going to go short. They do again, out towards the eastern side. Coming through to take it, knocked down by the Warriors, knocked back again, and it comes into the hands of Vaiamonga. He gets his pass away now for Boyd, and Boyd's shopping past 2 players. He's going to be stopped 26 metres out from their own line, so they had 2 goes at it, got it back on the second one. Pass to Nickel Klukstad, he stopped 40 metres short of halfway. Zane Bojack, Billy Moore, and Travis Main on your Saturday night. Hope you're enjoying it. Earlier tonight there was a win by Manly, 58-30 over the Dolphins. The Roosters and the Eels coming up later on this evening. Played by Boyd, just short of halfway. Way now for Berry. Berry beats 1, beats 2, looking for an offload. Eventually they come and put him down. 32 metres out from the Titans line, 5 in from that western touch line. There goes the big man who recovered the ball inside his own goal line. Tanner Stowers-Smith gets up and plays it. Front of the right upright, down to the southern end, 22 metres out. Harris Davida kicks it into the in goal. It's knocked back, comes back to Harris Davida. He gives away to Pompy as he gone in to score. I think that's a try.
Right.
Scoreline extends out to 24 points to 6. It was a stacks on the mill moment for the Gold Coast Titans. They were struggling with the numbers. They'd been doing great work with the ball in the air. And once again, a great kick by Harris DeVita. Goes up into the in goal. The Groot misses it. Harris DeVita just throws it out into his centre's hands. And Adam Pompy goes over to score what is his 10th try of the season. And is that the straw that breaks the camel's back, Billy? 24 points to 6. We've got 20 minutes to go in this contest here at Rabina.
Yeah, it is, Zano. Unfortunately for Titans fans, for me, that's the end of the game for them, because the Warriors are just up for the defensive challenge. The kicking game, it's been so marginally long, and that was a perfect kick that time. Tennerboy put it up in the air, and I love it. They don't actually try and catch the ball. Travis, they would go up, and the whole idea of Tuivasa-Sheck was to knock it back towards hopefully one of his teammates. And it was Harris DeVita picked up the loose ball, got it straight out to Rockenberry. That's the evolution of rugby league in 25. Go about trying to catch the ball, knock it back, and hopefully your team is able to regather possession. And for the Warriors in this case, they got the maximum result.
Yeah, we talked about Rockenberry having a good game, but Adam Pompey hasn't missed a game this year for them. It's his 10th try in the 22nd game. We spoke about Keanu Kinney needing to get into the contest. It looks like he's about to be injected, but maybe a little bit too late.
Travis called for it. And of course the Gold Coast Titans head coach has this said, oh, well, Travis asked for it, let's get him on there. Is it too late though? As Boyd comes in from 2 metres in from the eastern touchline, the flags go up. He's got 5 from 5. Tanner Boyd, he would be loving this.
I agree with what Travis has mentioned. I would have thought Keanu Kinney, who's such a live wire, the way the modern game has got the 14s getting on the park and causing havoc around the ruck, Keanu Kinney would have been good 10 minutes to go in the first half. And as fatigue sets in, a player like him can cause you grief.
0467920222 if you'd like to send us a text as the Titans go short. Kelly's underneath it, bats it back, Boyd gets it, and the Warriors will have it from 38 metres out from their own line. We've got a text here from Big Daddy Coffs Harbour. Hi, loving the call, and Bunny supporter. Latrell Mitchell, the last 3 years, has only played 39 games, but he can always play rep footy. What are your thoughts? Well, Latrell is a great man. A couple of weeks ago he was here and absolutely sniped the Titans in Indigenous round. Full time in the NRLW, Roosters 56, Eels 12. In the AFLW, it's the Lions 98, leading Fremantle 27, and in the AFL, it's Geelong 103, leading Richmond 64. The Warriors already 22 metres out from the Titans line. As Nick McCookster gets up and plays it. Here's James Fisher-Harris, ran into Keanu Kinney, he's playing in the middle. Good luck, young man. Pass comes from Martin, and they're going to rule it as a knock on. The skipper doesn't like it. The Warrior skipper says, what are you talking about? You are the man who's in control of the captain's challenge, and he does, Billy.
He's challenged. I think he's saying that the ball was put down and was touched by a Titans player.
On-field ruling is not on Warriors.
He's got a few errors in him. I think one of our Texas mentioned that earlier in the night. He's got a few errors in him last couple of weeks, Fisher-Harris.
I think he just drops that trap, doesn't he?
He's put it on, I think, Verrills' boot.
And that doesn't mitigate the error, though, does it, Trav?
Well, it's going to be the bunkers call here, I reckon.
Can they rule that there's crowding by Verrills?
The reason that the ball is lost in the ruck, the challenge by the Warriors is successful.
There you go. So Verrills is in the wrong place. He'll get the penalty here.
I thought it was the responsibility of the ball carrier to put the ball on the ground. If you put it on my foot, that's your fault. But anyway,
he's calling that they'll crowd in the ruck there.
Crowd in the ruck.
Interesting here, Keanu Kinney's actually gone to fullback. AJ Brimson's come into the front line at 5'8", and Kieran Ford's been hooked. He's on the bench.
That is a big call. Boyd takes the tap, gives it away to Stow Smith. He's going to be stopped just to the left of the uprights at the southern end. Martin in a dummy half. Quick pass away now for Fisher-Harris, who's going to be stopped just to the right of the uprights at that southern end, 4 metres out from the line. 6 more for the ruck infringement. Holding down too long. Martin out to Boyd. Gives it. Towards the centre of the field goes Harris DeVita. He's going to be stopped. Stepped off his left and then his right, just to the left of the uprights. Gets up and plays it. 10 out from the line. Away now for Aramia Tuivasa. Right in front of the black dot. Slow play of the ball. Campbell Gillard lying all over him. Martin, long pass to Boyd. Out towards the western side. Brimson tries to get to the ball. He's beaten there by
Charles Klugstad.
It was Nicky Klugstad. He dived on top of it. And then Boyd gives the pass away now for Dylan Watson. He's carrying 4 on his back there, Billy. He's going to be stopped just short of the 10-metre line. 15 in from the western touchline. Warriors on the attack again. Martin away now for Fisher Harris. Gives the pass away to Stower Smith, who beats one. Gets an offload away. At the back to Boyd. Pass comes out wide to Capel. Capel looking for support. He gives it back inside again. Now there's going to be a kick into the end goal. Rocco Berry. Can he get there? He can't. It's knocked dead by Brian Callan. Titans under all sorts of pressure. Too many men standing in the tackle and getting the ball away, Billy.
What fantastic ball play by the Warriors. Catch and pass, offload. There was about half a dozen there. And the last play was a lovely little kick through, which was diffused by the Titans. But that was lovely to watch the ball handling of the Warriors.
Short drop out, which almost goes into the goal area.
It went over the dead ball line. I've never seen that before.
It literally landed in front of the goal line and bounced back dead. So that will be a play the ball for the Warriors. I don't like that rule, actually. I think it should be a penalty, but it's going to be a play the ball for the Warriors. 10 metres out. Played by Halisa. Look at Halisima's out there. And Aramia Tuivasa just to the right of the uprights.
Halisa gets some early ball here, Zane. That'd be good to see.
He was stalking on that right side. Comes out the left to Boyd. Away now for Harris to beat a dummy. Stopped 2 metres short of the line. Good tackle in the end there by Jaden Campbell. Slow to get up and play it is Harris DeVita. Back now for Boyd. Boyd out the back. Gives it away from Martin. Martin gives it to Halisa and he's tackled. Great tackle there by Brimson. Right in front of the black dot. First ball going over to score is the Warriors. And it is Eddie Aramia Tuivasa who gets the ball down. And the Warriors fans here in this Robina Stadium are loving it. There's more Kiwis here than Gold Coast Titans fans, and they're enjoying the fact that the Warriors have gone out to a 30 points to 6 lead with 15 minutes to go. Tick to come.
Well, good sides play to their strengths in attack and defence. The Warriors know their strength is some of the power running they've got. And they had a shot down the left-hand side, and unfortunately he was put in a beautiful tackle, Harris DeVita. They hammered back across, and to the right edge, they put big Sika Halisa, and he nearly scored, but that sucked so much energy and men out of the Titans' defensive line that they just knew one more crash play was all they needed, and Aramia Tuivasa was just too big, too strong, too good. Well done, the Warriors.
His first try in the NRL, Trav, he'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, he's off the nudie run, boys, and it's pretty loud here. There's 23,271, and I'm going to say there's about 20,000 Warriors fans, so big night for the Wars here.
Boyd at the moment has 5 from 5. He's right in front of the black dot, down in front of all those fans at the southern end. I think they're everywhere in the stadium, but that's traditionally the away fans. He's only 11 metres out. Comes in, strikes it. He's now got 6 from 6. It's 32 points to 6. The Warriors leading the Gold Coast Titans. We've got 14 minutes to go. Let's go around the grounds here on ABC Sport. In the AFLW, the Brisbane Lions 105 have defeated Fremantle 35. Hawthorn and Carlton coming up at 7:45 tonight. Geelong 103 has defeated Richmond 64, guaranteeing themselves a top 2 spot on the AFL ladder. West Coast of Sydney coming up later on. And remember, we've got the big clash between the Roosters and the Eels following this one here. Earlier this afternoon was Manly 58 defeating the Dolphins 30. Zane Bojack, Billy Moore and Travis Main, and that was a big tackle down there, Trav, right in front of you. AJ Brimson, he liked playing in the middle. That was a big hit on Halisa.
Oh, he's enjoying it out there tonight. He's had a good year, AJ. I'll give him that. It's his best, most consistent year, the most games he's played, so he's had a crack.
0467 920 222. Evening, Zano, Billy and Travis. Top call. I would love the Warriors to hit the GF after their commitment during the league's COVID period. They went above and beyond, in my opinion. Cheerio, chaps. That's Cracker in Maryville, Newcastle. Well, I think they're almost everyone's second team, aren't they, Billy? After what they did, leaving their friends and family to come over here and play for 2 years.
Without a doubt, no one can say they didn't have full buy into the game, and we thank them for that. Right now, what's interesting is the for and against here is important. Of the top 8 sides, they've got the worst for and against, I think, to say. I think they're plus 12 for the start of this game. So it's important for them to keep the for and against ticking over, because they'll need that if it's close for spots between 4 and 5.
Interesting that you should say that, Billy, because I think Cronulla, even though they'll be 2 points behind after this win by the Warriors, they've got a superior for and against. So it's a good point that you make. Last tackle for the Warriors. They've done well. 52 metres downfield. Kick from Boyd down towards Sami. Sami gets hit hard by Rocco Berry. Hasn't Rocco Berry stalked Philip Sami this evening as he gets up and plays it?
I think he's sick of Berry, that's for sure.
Exactly. We love the township. Don't mind the fruit. And the ball comes out wide, and I thought that they've got the ball back there, the Warriors. It's a ruling of a knock-on from Jared Cole on Brian Kelly.
I reckon that call might have come in from the touch charge, but they're going to challenge it.
They're going to challenge it. 12 metres in from their own line, the Titans. They can't afford to see possession here. Again, Tino's looking over to talk to Jared Cole, just saying, look, mate, can you give us a go? It's not his fault. He's behind by 26 points. Kelly, ball in hand, drops it.
Tackles completed, challenged by the Gold Coast Titans is unsuccessful.
Fisher Harris is in there, but he's not reefing at that ball. There's just a drop by Brian Kelly, and his skipper has decided to challenge, and Kelly's blowing up. But you know what? I think the bunker's got the right call.
I can't say he hasn't. And now this is where we've talked about it. The game's over and done with, but it's about the pride factor for the Titans in front of their fans, even though they're outnumbered. Give them something to cheer about, show some resilience, and hold the Warriors out to set of 6.
I'm doing the Mexican wave down here with the crowd, boys.
Go and get up there, Trav. Scrum win to the Warriors. Out wide, it comes to Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. He's going to be stopped 12 metres out from the line, 10 in from that eastern touchline. Martin in a dummy half. Looking for another try. Pass comes to the last try scorer in Aramia Tuava. He's going to be stopped 4 metres out from the line, just to the left of the uprights. Crowd goes past us and up in the air. They're going on, big hit! Massive hit on Fisher Harris.
By Tino, is it?
Who was it? Tackle there made by Jojo Fafita in front of the sticks.
Oh, they're fired up here, the Warriors. So the Titans, they're throwing everything at the Warriors.
Down Smith plays it. At the back to Martin. Gives it to Boyd. Out to Harris Davida. He's hit hard as well. The Titans are firing up here in defence. They need to. Good tackle by Jaden Campbell. Back now on the last. Just short of the 10. Boyd. He kicks it into the air and it's taken by Brian Kelly just over his 10-metre line. Did you actually stand up and do that?
I did, and I'm standing up to applaud the Titans. That was their best set of 6 defensively on their line all night.
For more runs into some more big defence. The Warriors this time. Halasima and Fisher Harris. He stays down on his knees. I think it's just through fatigue. I don't think he's winded or in any trouble.
I think the players are responding to the crowd's energy, and they've lifted the last 2 set of 6 have had 4 or 5 cracking shots.
So Sami's slow to get up here, Trav. Is he looking for a high tackle penalty?
I think he's playing for a crusher here.
Yeah, you're right, Trav, 100%.
So, Phil Sami being looked at by the trainer. I think it was a cannonball that they were worried about.
I like Travis Cole, the referee, the way he just said, there's no penalty. Get on with it or give the ball over.
32-6.
Well refereed.
11 minutes to go. Here we go, Billy. Oh! Trav, but you didn't go up that time, so you must have been looking at the play. That's what I should do. Titan 16 short of halfway. Campbell gives a pass to Moore. He's going to be stopped 4 short of halfway. It's the last tackle. Titans, Drew Verrills, away down to Campbell, dummies, and he can't beat the tackle of Stower Smith and also Fisher Harris. Titans are going to turn it over here just short of halfway. You can't do that, Jay. You're looking for a better deal. You've got to get the ball away on the last tackle.
Yeah, fundamentals were missed there by the 7 for the Titans. This puts the Warriors back on attack. They're 45 out from the Titans line.
Tuivasa-Sheck to play. 4 minutes into attacking territory. Martin out dummy half. Gives it on to Capel. Capel's tackled there by Jaden Campbell. Good work there by the number 7 for the Gold Coast. 8 in from that eastern touch line. 32 metres out from the Gold Coast line. Quick pass from Boyd. Gives it on to Nico Klugstar, who was smashed by Brian Kelly.
This is the longest wave I think I've ever seen. Normally people get tired of doing it. It's gone around 5 times.
I think the Warriors fans are enjoying it, Billy. Here we go again. Aramia gives it away now. Pass to Harris Tavita. Harris Tavita just throws the Harbour Bridge pass out to Pompy. Pompy's going past the 20. Gets his offload away to Harris Tavita. He gets the pass away and gives it to Campbell. Campbell was trailing him, and now Keanu Kinney through traffic. He's up over the 30. He's going to be tackled. This nippy little fullback. 3 games for New Zealand at the end of last year. Great to see him back from his back injury. Away now to Brimson. Brimson's going to be stopped 15 short of halfway. There's another 4 tackles left in the set. Sami dummies and runs into Halisa, who initially didn't do that. 8 short of halfway. Falls to ground again, then gets up again, doesn't get the penalty. For more, he beats the tackle of Aramia Tuivasa and then comes through the second wave, and it's going to be taken there by Halisa and also Stower Smith. Back towards the short side. Brimson gives it away to Kelly. Kelly's tackled there by Rocco Berry, who's been outstanding. It's the last, just short of the 32-metre line. Ball goes up into the air, down towards the 10-metre line, in the hands of Tino. Gives it away to Brimson. They're going to get it. No, they're not. It's ruled a knock-on by Jared Cole.
Forward pass.
So Tino's recovered the ball from the knock-on, and he's thrown a forward pass, and Brimson was off to the races. There's no try for the Titans.
Yeah,
take a trick here, Billy.
Good refereeing again. I'm impressed by this referee, but that was the first mistake the Warriors have made in the second half. Brad Talon slipped it across to me, and that's what the Andrew Webster teams do. They were 90% completed in the first half, Zane, if memory serves me right. They're all about completion rate, minimising errors, and they've done that in the second half. That's why they win this game. Let's see whether the Titans, though, Surfers got 10 out where they can score.
Campbell, dummies, gives it away to Kinney. They should score on the outside. De Groot comes back off his right foot and then comes into traffic. He's going to be stopped for him. He's out to the line, and he's knocked it on. Unbelievable. The Titans get a chance over on that eastern side. Jay Fisher-Harris, he loves it. The Kiwi skipper, the Warriors skipper. And in fact, it was Pompy and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck that enacted the tackle. De Groot drops it. It stays 32 points to 6, Billy. We've got 8 minutes left.
Talk about errors, Brad Talon. That was the first error by the Warriors. The Titans, I think they've had a few more than that. That's been their Achilles heel. Defensive errors, attacking errors. They just can't stick with the top sides over the period of a whole half because they just crack every time.
Watson-Lesniak takes the first carry up over the 10-metre line, just to the right of the uprights at that northern end. James Fisher-Harris, he's running strong and stops 20 out from his own line.
Errors 15-5 against the Titans.
Elementary, isn't it? Why we're in such a position as they are. And on the bottom of the ladder as well, Billy. It's been the story of the year. Play the ball away now for Aaron Clark. Clark can't be tackled by Famore. In fact, he gets the offload away to Boyd. Now on to Rocco Berry. Tries to palm away from Kelly, who tackles him on the country round logo and then drops it. And Famore has it for the Titans. He has it 40 out from the Warriors line, 5 in from the western touchline. Can they get a try for pride here, the Titans? Sami runs at Boyd, also Halisa and Martin. They all put him down, just short of the 30-metre line. In attacking territory, Titans to Tino. Tino looking for an offload to Verrills, can't, goes to ground. He's put down there by Tamari Martin and also James Fisher-Harris. Long ball out to Campbell. Campbell gets his pass away to Isaac Faisal-Malawi. We haven't seen much of him tonight. Heading off to Catlins for the next 2 years. Gets up and plays it 10 metres out to the right of the uprights. Back towards the black dot. Going to kick from Brimson into the in goal. Can Sami get there for more dives? Does he touch down before the goal line? I think he looks like he might have injured himself too, Billy. I think he might not have been able to get there just before that dead ball line approached.
Well, the referee says no. And based on what I've seen so far from Jared Cole, I'll believe what he says.
Kick has been cleared.
Replay, diving for more. Hands on the ball. Gets it down. Is that inside the whitewash, Trav?
Try time, I reckon. I'm calling it try.
Yeah, looks like, by a centimetre.
Both for more, looking like Superman. Just refused to concede. Arms outstretched.
It's been ruled no try, though. Is that conclusive to turn
Just
over?
to see if the ball is grounded in the in goal or on the line.
It's only academic, but give these Titans fans something to cheer for.
One angle it looks like it may just be inside, and then the other angle looks definitely not. This angle is definitely a positive for a try.
He's fully outstretched, horizontal, like a slips catcher for Australia, diving to take the catch. He puts the ball down. I think it's going to be a try. Dylan Watane's Lesniak
grounds the ball in the in goal. We have a decision.
There you go. 4 points for the Gold Coast Titans. We've got 6.5 minutes to go.
And that short kicking game has been deadly for the Titans. They probably should have scored number 2 or 3 with the short kicks, but they haven't been able to do that. But they finally bear some fruit. It's over and done with, but at least it just shows that part of their game has been their best attacking weapon, and it does work.
Not a bad effort, scoring 9 tries as a second rower. Of course, played Origin this year, Trev.
Yeah, look, he's had a real crack all year, but I think his form dipped a little bit after his drop from the Origin team, but he's picked it up there and he gave it his all, and he was fully outstretched. It was a really good effort.
Campbell, 8 in from the touchline, kicks it. He's got 2 from 2. And it's now 32 points to 12, 20-point margin here at Robina.
If we use the barometer of the crowd leaving as being the Titans fans that were here, yeah, I think you're right, Trav, that 23,000 odd and 20,000 being Warriors fans are pretty accurate.
Len from Applethorpe says, great calling, gentlemen. My question is, even though no team has won the grand final from outside the top 4, has there been a team or two that's made the grand final from 5th to 8th? Well, yes, that's happened before. I know that the Bulldogs, I think, were 6th when they won it in 1995.
I think the Raiders, did they win it?
The Raiders won it from 4th in 89. And the Broncos, they won it from 5th in 93. So this is all pre-NRL. So no one's done it from outside the 4 in the NRL era. Blind Mark Morissette says, hey Zane, I reckon the players lay down, there's no penalty. The players should be sent to Simbi for 5 minutes. Well, there's a frustration to everyone. But this is what they do because the bunker makes a call. Around the grounds and in the AFLW, full-time Lions 105 defeated Fremantle 35, and in the AFL Geelong 103 defeated Richmond 64. We did have a text that said earlier the Queensland Cup scores. Tigers 40 defeated Clydesdales 20. The Seagulls 32 defeated Hunters 10. The Bears 30 defeated the Devils 22, and the Falcons 30 defeated the Jets 12. Titans with the ball on the 30-metre line. Keanu Kinney gets his offload away in the hands of Verrills, throws a long pass out to Jojo Fafita. He does well, and he's going to be stopped on the halfway line, and there's going to be a penalty for high contact on Fafita.
Actually, it might have been back on Kinney, but the referee played advantage, which was good to see. I like when they play advantage.
He's been pretty good tonight, Jared Cole, hasn't he?
Very good for a referee who's not full-time.
No, he's a physio. They wanted him to go in the NRL system, but he's just refereeing his second match tonight after last week's debut up in North Queensland. Faisal Isaac plays it 35 metres out from the Warriors line. Verrills gives it away to teammate. Chino back inside to Regan Campbell-Gillard. It's 32-12, and the Titans get another try, having just gone in for the efforts of both for more. Back towards the eastern side, turn back inside for Isaac Faisal-Malawi. He's going to be stopped 20 metres out from the line, just to the right of the uprights. Still 3 more tackles left in the set. Looked like he might have crept a little bit and got a few more metres off that play the ball. Tino, his brother, he charges into the line. He stopped 8 metres out. About 2 metres to the left of the uprights. Verrills works the short side, gives it to Brimson. Short pass to Kelly. Lovely ball from AJ Brimson. Playing at 5'8". Another try assist. Beautiful kick for more. And now a beautiful pass for Brian Kelly. Kelly goes in to score. That's going to be his 4th try of the year and 63rd of his career. Campbell looking for a quick conversion, but they're now 32-16 down. The Gold Coast Titans kick to come 3.5 to go.
Trav, you see more of the Titans than I do. Quick question I got. Quick kick. Obviously you'll kick this. AJ Brimson, what's his best position?
I still think his best position is fullback. Look, they're the kings of the consolation try of the Titans. Where was this half an hour ago when the game was still alive?
Yeah, I just find that they've got sometimes, I look at them, they've got 4 fullbacks, they've got, 3 or 4 different halves. I don't see a clear, definitive best spine inside the Titans. I don't know whether that's one of the reasons why they've never seen.
That's where they are, Billy, I reckon. They sort of can't figure out who their best spine players are, and they sort of haven't recruited in that fashion, and that's why you find yourself at the bottom of the ladder.
Travis Main from the Courier Mail joining us on the sideline. Billy Moore, 17-time Queensland representative, the man who brought us Queenslander beside me. Great mate. The sunny coast these days.
What's happened to the voice?
Yeah, exactly. Zane Bojic with you on ABC Sport. Remember, we're heading off shortly for the Roosters and the Eels at Western Sydney Stadium. Titans are looking to throw it wide early on from this restart. Kinney's going to be tackled 11 out. A couple of passes from that eastern corner. Back to Verrills. Now into the hands of Famore. Famore, that's 12 in from the western touchline. They're 25 out from their own line. 4 more tackles to go. Kelly just scored the try. Steps back inside Halisa. Gives it to Famore. Boyd's there to make the tackle and misses. Martin, he gets his hands around the legs and then gets the offload away for more to Kinney, who's tackled now 32 out from his own line. They're tossing it about now, the Titans. Out of dummy half goes Verrills. Gives it to Sami. Sami beats the tackle of Boyd. He's over the halfway, heading up towards the 40-metre line. He's going to be tackled there by Nick Klugstar and also Aaron Clark. Long pass from Verrills into the centre of the field. Kick downfield by Campbell. Taken by Tuivasa-Sheck. He's going to clean up, Billy. And then manages to beat the tackle of Tino. Beats the tackle of Campbell. Beats the tackle of Kelly. And then gets tackled by Verrills. He's made 30 metres, Billy. That's why they call him RTS. What a machine he is.
Yeah, he beat 4 players, made 30 metres, diffused the kick. He did everything in that play that shows you why he's been one of the greatest players of the last decade. Here he goes.
Here he goes again, just for something different. Love to know how many metres he's run. Brett Tullen will let us know at full time. 2 metres short of halfway. The Warriors play it through the hands of Harris DeVita. Away now for Nick Klugstar. He's going to be stopped or held just on the 40-metre line, then tackle territory. Aaron Clark runs straight into Chris Randall, who eventually makes the tackle along with AJ Brimson. Wide it goes now for Boyd on the western touchline, kicking downfield. Kinney's underneath it. Rocco Berry's there as well. Was he tackled in the air by Rocco Berry? I don't know. Kinney's going to get up and play it though. Coldwell's play on. It's 32 points to 18. The Warriors leading the Gold Coast Titans with 1:13 to go, Billy.
If he was tackled in the air by Rocco Berry, Rocco Berry's come out the worst for where Kinney's jumped up and played it while Rocco Berry's down in back play.
So one of the text lines said, come on, Zane, on a one-eyed New South Wales, but if you're going to say it so properly, okay, here we go. Queenslander! All right, through the middle of the field goes Jojo Fafita. He stopped 12 metres short of halfway. Tries to get a quick play of the ball. They're all over in the Warriors. Should have been a penalty. Real play on. Brimson had Tino on his right. Couldn't get the pass away. 40 seconds to go. Titans chasing another try. It's the last. Back to Campbell. It's not a great kick. Comes off the side of his boot. Heading down towards Roger. He misses it. Tuivasa-Sheck has lost it. And Harris DeVita goes and cleans it up on the 10-metre line. Warriors will just work it out from their own territory. There's only 19 seconds left. No reason to hurry. Slow play the ball. Away now for Nick Klugstar. His 10,000 charge of the night. The Warriors fans who are here are very happy. 3 seconds left. 32-18 it is. As the siren goes, Roger has one final run, and that's it. The Warriors are back in the four, Billy. They've secured their 14th win of the season. They've got 8 losses to go with it. But they go ahead of the Cronulla Sharks and they win this game, only the second in their last 6 games at Robina. So they've lost 4 of those last 5. Tonight they won their second in 6. So it's an unusual win for them here on the Gold Coast, and a big win it is. 32 points to 18. 2 tries to Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, 1 to Niokore, a try to Pompy, a try to Aramia Halisa, 6 from 6 for Boyd, and for the Titans, Tino in the first half, for more in the second, with 6 minutes to go, with 4 minutes to go, Kelly scored. 3 from 3 for Campbell, and it's 32 points to 18. The final score here in front of 23,271. Travis Main making his way out to get some reactions. We are headed off to Western Sydney Stadium in about 5.5 minutes.
Well done for the boys from across the ditch. That, to me, seals a top 8 spot. They've moved into 4th. They want to finish in the top 4. There's no better way to do that. Control your own destiny and keep winning. What I saw tonight was impressive defensively. They were strong. Odd issue for me, the short kicking game by the Titans caused them plenty of grief, so that's something they'll be more than aware of.
Travis.
Boys, I'm just here with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck from the Warriors. He's just trying to catch his breath, so I'll gibber for a little bit longer to give him a minute to breathe. But a couple of tries. Roger, what did you make of that tonight?
Just lucky at the back end, though, some pretty good skill. That first half, I thought we came out, we played really well. Not the way we started, but we played well. Done what we need to do. Second half, just Titans let it go away. Got a bit scrappy, but just pleased we got the win today here.
It's been a funny month for you guys, haven't it? Like a few losses, you sort of got away with one against the Dragons, but another win back-to-back here. What have you made of the last month?
It's just us just turning up for each other. You know, like you said, it hasn't been smooth sailing for us in the last month, but we keep staying connected. They'll turn. We keep believing what we do, and they showed the last 2 weeks.
There's been a different sort of belief about this team this year, hasn't it? Last year didn't go to plan, a lot of injuries and the like, but what do you see building? And tell me about this support here today.
We've got great leaders. We've got great leaders. Our young boys are stepping up. You know, got Fish and Dimitri here, both young and old, and they're stepping up and doing it. And we've got our supporters, like you said, that turn up for us. We're here at Gold Coast, but it feels like a home game, so yeah, we love that.
We've got Parramatta next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Roger.
What a performance from Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. I don't know whether Brad Taller's got his leaders from
247 off 19 carries. It's just phenomenal. It reminds me when he was at the Roosters, and he set the record for amount of yardage. He was twice any other player in the NRL. He left and went to the Warriors, and the Roosters bottomed out off the back of that. They lost one of the great players. He makes my team of the last decade. That's how good he is. I believe he's been one of the best we've seen, and carries great habits which permeates through this Warriors team.
There's 2 tries tonight as well. Off the back of the Niokore try, scoring the 17th and 21st minute of great work over on the left-hand side with good combination on that edge. Harris DeVita, he was instrumental in those tries on that side. Don't know whether Trav can get hold of someone from the Titans.
Yeah, boys, I'm here with Tino Malawi from the Titans. Tino, what did you make of that tonight?
Just an error-a-thon. Including myself, pushing offloads, a lot of errors from the whole team, and I think we went out at half-time with around 50% completion. So, we were still in it, but you can't win games when you keep making errors. So, very frustrating. I thought we had that, and like I said before, just errors after errors.
You came out with a real intent. The shot on Fisher Harris off the kickoff, a try. It looked like you really wanted to make a difference tonight, personally.
Yeah, for sure. Every game I play, wasn't happy with my performance last week, coming back from injury, and just wanted to set the tone for the team and just show them that, no matter what, I'm still showing up. I want to be there for the boys, and just wish I could have done a bit more to get the win.
You talk about the errors and just the ability to not really defend them is what hurt you the most, isn't it? There's errors on your try line you concede in too easily.
Yeah, that's what I mean by errors. Errors with the ball and errors in D.